Stop bouncing me. Yay!
Hit the ball. Yeah, drop the bat, run. Drop the bat. Drop the bat. Yeah. Bat flipped on a single. Good job, buddy. Way to go.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Nashville 5. I'm on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami. In Miami right now. I'm in Nashville 5 right now. On Ocean Drive right now. That's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I go to the window, so I'm going to Cali. I said I'm too official. I'm out with them niggas. I said, man, the rapper on the city, that nigga, he rigging. We pull out with them guns. You know me in the real. Well, mama pays, I ain't having ever since that I was real. Now I can't look like a pay and I will never squeal. Whenever ever on my mouth, cause I swear I'm too real. Yeah, I'm in the East Coast, I'm living life for real. Why the fuck you can hate it? I'll ride you to chill. You gon' really piss me off, and I'ma pull up with the steel. I'ma pull up with the drink, go and get your ass killed. Man, stop coming, cause I'm fucking wicked. I pull up to your city, tell me your location, bitches. You know we fuck that shit. My youngest know you killin', I wanna grind, got money on my mind, put money on my wrist, so I can tell the time. You know I'm rapping the job and I'm trying to eat. All around the world I'm doing shows, I really come to eat. They trying to play on me, I swear I'm doing my shit. Remember my time, I was poor and I ain't have shit. Every day I'm just riding by the same outfit. I done came up, I'm switching cars, now I'm switching shit. These niggas mad at me, ain't wanna call me. I'm in Miami right now, I'm off of South Beach. I'm living large, I'm living life. They know me, wanna take my life. Yeah, it's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I'm out there doing this video shooting on the Cali. I'm on my mama, I'm on my mama, and I'm in Miami right now. I'm in the 305, yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. Pull up with a red car. My life is on now. They wanna play with me, they wanna clone me. I'm bad bitch, Latino, she wanna sleep with me. I'm in the 305 right now. I'm in Miami right now. On Ocean Drive right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami. I'm in the 305. 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 I'm in Miami right now. Yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami right now. Yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. Yeah, and the front car. That's don't look at me. I'm the youngest in the game. You can't beat me. Cause I'm that nigga from the bottom. No, I will never change. Diamonds on my hoodie. I got diamonds on my chain. I'm in this so no, I swear ain't no game. Yeah. In Miami right now. And the 305. Yeah.
I'm from the streets, bitch.
Bro, this ain't it, dog.
What? That was pain I was spitting. The depressed music is in.
Listen, you really want to pop? Diss somebody.
Oh, yeah. People love beef. But who could I beef with? Oh, yeah, I got somebody in mind. DJ Pooh, start that beat up, homie. Bitch, what you thought I forgot? I'm grown now. You think just because I came out your womb, your slew-footed ass can tell me what to do? Hell no, you got something else coming. Yeah. In '03, you embarrassed me when you caught me and my friend smoking. Your big ass walked up, built like a fridge with the doors open. When I was a kid, she made me wear a helmet when I rode my bike. Woman had me in that ghetto school when she know my ass couldn't fight. You keep cutting the beat off, man. What's up?
Bro, you making a diss track about your moms?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
The woman that raised you?
Hold on now, she wasn't always there. She used to work 2 jobs and come home late and cook dinner for me. Talking about I gotta clean the kitchen. Talking about she too tired to clean the kitchen because she been working all day trying to support this family. Ain't nobody told your goofy ass to get 2 jobs, mama? What? Hey, I'm not a street nigga.
Oh yeah. Say it with me. I'm from the streets, bitch. Late night crew. What the fuck going on, man? Happy President's Day. I hope you motherfuckers went to Rent-A-Center and got you a TV, a sectional, ottoman, went ahead and paid you $750 for a microwave. Some of y'all niggas owe over $2,800 for your PS5 you got today. Hope you have fun. But for everybody else, say what's up to your boy. Kendra, what the fuck going on, man? Time 8. Got me a PS6 from Aaron's. Shout out to OG Chief Meteorologist Scott Johnson. Clee was having it's on pre-order. Fire H. Yes. We leaving right out of this and going to wrestling. So here's the schedule for today, LNC. I guess we are kind of marathoning it. We got 2 channels worth of work. Napa said he done got him some George from Aaron. Ladies and gentlemen, Gardis Watts. We gotta be quiet. He's in the bushes today. Gardis Watts. K-Rod, what up? Jackie, happy Families Day. I love learning all of these joints from Canada that I don't be knowing. Today is Families Day in Canada, you know. Yeah, but we in the United States, so fuck y'all niggas. I'm not being around y'all today. Just cause them maple syrup ass niggas is celebrating families don't mean we gotta do that goofy shit. We Americans, fuck family. My brother in Christ, Reality Check TV, Chicago. What it do, bro? Maple syrup is the bomb. I still remember. Do you remember tasting maple syrup at Conner Prairie? Y'all had to go, right? You went to Conner Prairie, right? Like, I don't know anybody in Indiana that didn't go to Conner Prairie. Yeah, for real. Conner Prairie is this place in right outside of Indianapolis, North Side, where it's like old time there. Like, you get to go and see what it was like when people were living like the 1800s and all this shit. And they, you get to they make maple syrup and shit. That shit was fire. Now, have I had some real Canadian, like, go to the Maple Leafs game for some maple syrup? No, I need to go get some maple syrup and poutine. Those are the 2 things I really want to go up north and do right about now. Man, I got to come talk about Michael Jeffrey Jordan today. So here's the schedule. We are here to talk about Jordan, maybe another thing or 2 today, right now. Then we will go over to LNC Wrestling, because we have a situation with wrestling that must be discussed with my wrestling folk, along with the broadcast of Monday Night Raw, rather. We'll be reacting to it live. And then after wrestling, we will be back on this motherfucker to close out the day. And then, I don't know, I got some pretty important shit that popped up right before I went live that I gotta work on. It shall remain nameless. What did he even do? We about to get into it, KS. But it's All I gotta say about the shit is, so if we mad about this, we getting ready to lock up everybody in the Epstein files today, right? And I like to believe that this is all innocent, except Michael's past history with NASCAR, the situations and all this shit, and him winning. And he won. Now, I just asked Christy a question right before I turned my microphone on. She got it wrong. She thoroughly embarrassed me. So let's see if y'all thoroughly embarrass me as well. Because I am going to play one song today. But it's not just any song. It is the song where Michael Jeffrey Jordan did a cameo in the video. I think so, KS. I think it is. It just feels, we're gonna get into it. I think so. Donis, what up? What is the video that Michael Jordan played a famous cameo in? I think it might be the only video he ever really played a cameo in. Yeah, and wait, hold on. Michael Jordan's birthday, is it today? I thought his birthday is like another, it's like this week, right? Hey Google, when is Michael Jordan's birthday? Hey Google, when is the birthday of Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
Michael Jeffrey Jordan's birthday is February 17th.
Yeah, I thought it was tomorrow because tomorrow is James Stark's birthday. Somebody I grew up with. Him and Michael. What's crazy is James Starks is like the biggest liar I've ever met. So we all thought he was lying until we found out for real that, yeah, his birthday's really the same day as Jordan. So tomorrow. Man. Chief Meteorologist Scott Johnson and Rule Number 5 have given their guess. I guess we're gonna see, huh? I guess we'll see, huh? Yeah. Dirty coppers. I just wanted to say this, and this is gonna seem really unrelated, but I want you to know this about me. Man, I can't stand the government. That's just something about me. Me and the government, we got issues because I've learned in my 43 years on this earth, the biggest lawbreakers in the world are the government. You would think the niggas that make the laws would be the biggest ones to follow it. No, I've learned that they are the biggest ones to not follow the law. And this is all anecdotal, obviously, because obviously you guys don't know of any governments or entities or, you know, all government is truth tellers, right? Got it. I just want to put that out there. I see Tootie got a new Griff, man. Congratulations, man. I can't wait till you go down to Miami right now. On Ocean Drive right now. Please go to Miami right now. Oh, man. I got to do a fucking day stream about Jordan touching on kids, bro. Jesus Christ. Let me get it out of my system. Let's see if number 5. And Scott Johnson was right.
Pause.
Jam, here comes the man, hot damn. The big boy stands with an upper hand. Music broken tracks with my man, Michael Jackson. A smooth criminal, half the man is Mike, so relax. Mingle, jingle in the jungle. Bum rush the door, 3 and 4's in a bundle. Execute the plan, first I cool it like I find. Got with Janet, then with Guy, now with Michael, cause that ain't hard to do. The door, 3 and 4's in a bundle. Execute the plan, first I cool it like I find. Got with Janet, then with Guy, now with Michael, cause that ain't hard to do. It ain't too hard for me to jam. 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 It ain't too hard for me to jam.
Damn, that was my shit. I remember when that shit premiered on Fox. That's when you knew, bro. Nobody's done that. As big as y'all want to tell me Taylor Swift is and all this shit, nigga, they ain't never stopped programming for a debut of her video. Nigga, after The Simpsons, it would be the premiere of the brand new Michael Jackson video. He was really him. He was him like that. Rhonda, Critical Smoker, Gravity, Sylvie D, R.I.P. Heavy D, one of the most underrated rappers of all time. Somebody that I truly feel like they went out after doing something they love. Because his performance he did the night before he died was epic. Watching it in retrospect, I know it can make some people sad. It made me happy for Heavy D because I truly watched that shit and felt like he knew what it was, and he knew he had one more chance to do what he do, and motherfucker, he did it. Go back and watch Heavy D's last performance at BET Awards. The Real World premiere number 5. Mark was happening. Daggone it, baby, damn. It ain't too much a jam. They trying to cancel MJ. So both MJs be fucking with kids. Here we go. Going through the same thing. So just before I even show this shit, so just so we all on the same page, we ain't locking nobody up that's in them Epstein files, correct? We not storming the White House. We ain't doing none of that. Right? Yeah, Heavy D is definitely one of the top dancing and rapping hip hop artists of all time. He might be the best when it comes to both, when you put both together. So I just want to make sure that that's what we doing, because if that's what we doing, cool, I'm with that. Majority rules, right? But don't ask me. I said, don't ask. I said, don't ask me for shit. Now, full disclosure, I grew up a Pacer fan. Michael Jordan should have been suspended for Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals in 1990. What was that, 8? He should have been fucking suspended for throwing the ball off of Mark Jackson's head. And nobody ever talks about it. Nobody ever shows the clip. And everybody just thinks the Bulls just won 6 championships and was never tested. That's a fucking lie from the pit of hell. Reginald Wayne Miller and the Indiana Pacers should have played the Chicago Bulls sans Michael Jeffrey Jordan. If y'all niggas want to come back later and be like, y'all never would have won without Jordan, I don't give a fuck. But that's probably what y'all should be saying. So fuck Jordan. The only bald-headed people I was going for was the Pacers all shaved their heads bald when we played the Bulls, including Rick Smits, Derek McKee, Mark Jackson, Dale Davis, and of course Reggie Miller and others. So, full disclosure, fuck the 90s Bulls, fuck Jordan. Now, with that being said, Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. Excluding nobody. He better than Kobe. He better than LeBron. See, because Kobe's better than LeBron, but Kobe could never be better than Jordan because he literally copied everything from Jordan, and it was still shit he couldn't do. So, let's get all of that out of the way. Now, with that being said, does that mean that I can't recognize if Michael Jordan did something inappropriate with kids? Absolutely not. Does that mean if he did do something that LeBron is now the GOAT? No. Michael Jordan is Hey Google, where does Karl Malone rank on the all-time NBA scoring list?
Karl Malone ranks 3rd on the NBA all-time scoring list. He has 36,928 career points.
The only people who got more buckets than Karl Malone is Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Karl Malone impregnated a 13-year-old allegedly, which is why nobody talks about Karl Malone no more, or talk to him or anything. As a matter of fact, when they did the 75th anniversary shit, they showed him via like Skype or some shit. He wasn't even in the building. Do I condone what Karl Malone allegedly did? Of course not. Does that make me go, he sucks at basketball because he did that? No, it's sad that you could be good at basketball and still dabble in evil. Okay? Just so we all on the same page. And I know you niggas are stupid, so we probably won't stay there. But without further ado, let's check out the evidence, shall we, of Michael Jordan being inappropriate. Let me tell you who, well, I'll put it on the screen first.
Tactical nuke incoming!
So, who is this? Do we even know who? Here goes Jordan right here. Okay? Michael Jordan. Do you know who this kid is? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Well, number 5, at least you know how many points Karl Malone has. The little kid is the child of NASCAR driver Not who's the NASCAR driver? Well, obviously the NASCAR driver is the one that won the Daytona 500 yesterday, Tyler Reddick. Do you know who Tyler Reddick is? Probably not. KS does. KS and a couple other people may. Would you care to take a guess who Tyler Reddick's boss is? If you need a hint, Michael Jordan owns 23XI Racing. Now, I got one more vote for you. Did you know that Michael Jordan was in a big-ass lawsuit against NASCAR and won? One for yes, two for no. So, as somebody, let me put it to you like this. What do you think I would feel if I get out of this lawsuit against YouTube and eventually get a play button plaque? How do you think that would make me feel? I mean, obviously I'd be excited to just get a play button, but with that caveat, how you think it'd make me feel? Dieta was had it. Because I know how, like a lot of people close to me, I know it's how it's going to make them feel. Because I'm not the only one with LNC. Like, that's going to be a big thing. Chadrick was having it. So what do you think Michael Jordan felt when he won the Daytona 500 after beating them niggas in court? Just what do you think? What do you think he felt? Look, first of all, look at the look on his face. He's getting ready to accidentally make another crying Jordan meme, except because he's beyond happy. Look at this nigga face. Now, let's see what he did. Now, I know all of you niggas are nasty and disgusting, and all y'all ever think about anymore when y'all see adults and kids is sex. Because let's talk about it. Adam was having. Let's talk about it. Y'all are the nasty ones that every time you see an adult touch a kid and you think sex, you feel it's sexual. That's you. This is you. When Michael Jordan was getting all of these buckets, when Jordan would hit a great shot and run past his teammates going to the huddle, what would they do? They smack him on the ass. So, if we canceling Michael for this, let's cancel Michael for this then. Because you know me, I love my receipts. If we gonna cancel Michael for this is what I want to cancel Michael for right here.
Sometimes I dream that he is me. You got to see that's how I dream to be. I dream.
What the fuck is that? Oh, hell no. So we all just go sit here and watch Michael Jordan do this to this kid.
I move.
Where is that kid? We got to find that kid. He's probably in the fucking dungeon. If we cancel him over that shit, we got to cancel him over this shit.
He is me.
This is how far we've come as a people. When this commercial, this is like everybody's favorite fucking commercial. This shit, nobody even remembered that part. Nobody but me remembered that part. So I'm like,
You got to see that's how I dream to be.
everybody loved. This is one of the most famous basketball commercials of all time. It's definitely the most famous Gatorade commercial of all time. A lot of niggas don't even probably remember it's a Gatorade commercial. I would have gave y'all more credibility on this one than the other one. Because I don't know what his relationship with this kid. I don't know if he actually knows this kid or anything. You see everybody's laughing. Nobody thinks this is Michael Jordan just messing with him, patting him. Come on now, come on. Which he would do in the game. She's laughing, he's laughing, everybody's laughing. This filth. But here's what I'll tell you about the other one. He knows this kid. Look, this nigga sees Jordan, he's laughing. You fucking nasty bastard. You motherfucking Bob Barker jacket wearing ass nigga, and you just go sit, and this is funny to you. Mind you, the little niggas wearing some Jumpman shorts. Man, y'all are out. Bro, y'all niggas are outright. Y'all are disgusting. The way that y'all turn everything into fucking sex is gross to me. It's gross to me. Everything is not fucking sexual, man. You thought Jordan was being sexual to that to this kid? That's what you thought. Meanwhile, people have loved the relationship because, come to find out, Jordan's relationship with the kid has been well noted. Him and Jordan been homies. You ain't never knew like the boss of your parents. See, this new age where y'all don't be knowing y'all bosses and it's weird. Bro, back in the day, it was like a big deal if you could have your boss come over for dinner and shit like that. People did shit like that. We want to impress the boss. I invited him over for dinner. Like, some of y'all hear that shit and like, what? The fuck? So in these big ass, and the higher the pay scale, the more closer the relationship generally is with the boss. And then this is NASCAR. So while it's a team, nigga, it just comes down to Tyler at the end of the day, especially in that car. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is weird that Jordan is sitting up here celebrating a fucking Daytona 500 win. And magically, after he beat NASCAR and then come and win this race, magically, now y'all want to try to be like, man, Michael, have we ever inspected Michael Jordan with kids? Somebody's actually going to take the Gatorade commercial that I showed y'all and they're going to flip it and be like, see, this is proof that Michael Jordan always had problems with kids. This nigga Jordan grabbing his shirt because had he really been grabbing his ass, the kid wouldn't have turned around. The nigga turned around, saw it was Jordan, was like, oh shit, it's Uncle Mike. Y'all niggas is weird. Why does everything have to be sexual, man? I saw it and I was just like, maybe I'm getting old. But I'm not the type of person that just overreacts anytime I see an adult touching a child. Like, we are so crazy about human touch now, and because it ain't just with children. You see two men hugging, you're gonna feel some type of way, you're gonna turn it, man, pause. Men are afraid to have platonic hugs with females. Like, I went through high school. I hugged all the females I was friends with because you just kind of approach females. That's how I just was. It was just like that. You approach females with hugs. You guys, you shake hands, half hug, or whatever the fuck. Now you have to teach your kids, especially your sons, don't hug none of your high school girls that are friends, because they might put a case on you. And that's sad. It's sad that we've gotten like this as a people. Conscious, what's happening? Hey, Conscious, you've been on somewhat of an epic run right now. You've been on like an epic run right now. Why y'all doing this to this little kid? This makes me feel like it was planted with TMZ. I definitely don't sit here and look at the situation like, oh, I can't believe TMZ posted this. Like, they can post whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't one of those like that. They can post whatever they want, right? But this feels like somebody from NASCAR. Oh yeah, Conch, you've been going crazy. I just been chilling back. I be laughing like a motherfucker. Yeah, his dad just won the biggest race he'll ever. And that's the other thing about Tyler Reddick. You know how many times Tyler Reddick has pissed me off in fantasy NASCAR? Tyler Reddick was such a big ass moment for him, his pit, everybody. Jordan off to the side. Jordan ain't trying to make it no big. He off to the side. Messing with his driver's son after, like, do you understand? That's the other thing. A lot of people don't realize how big that was. That was like Jordan winning a fucking championship yesterday. Like, obviously it's more like if they won the whole cup thing or whatever. But like in the realm of racing, that was a really big fucking deal yesterday. Them winning the 500 was a fucking big ass deal yesterday, bro. And that's the main reason why I got a problem with all this shit. Cause I'm like, man, y'all doing this shit trying to fucking ruin Jordan's moment. This is what this feels like to me. This feels like y'all just trying to ruin Jordan's moment. Y'all ain't got much of shit. But if we can just go ahead and ruin Jordan's moment. We'll take away from 23XI Racing. We'll take away from Tyler Reddick. Let's watch it again, and then we'll vote. Because this is weird. This is just weird to me. I don't see it. Yeah, they had to settle with Jordan for 9 figures, and then he won Daytona. They mad today. There's no, and I'm not mad at NASCAR for being mad. They felt they was right, but they weren't. They had to bite the bullet. Yeah, they hurt. They did not want Jordan up in that in motherfucking victory lane yesterday. They did not want this. They trying to make it seem like Jordan out here fucking doing shit with Tyler Reddick's kid, bro, because he was happy after winning the fucking day. And you ain't never had that. You ain't never had like that cool old person, like, and they may have only been like 20 years, 15 years older than you. You ain't like, I grew up with this. Like, there were like people at church that would do like stuff like that. Come up behind me, you turn around, oh, Mr. Such and Such, oh, such and such. Like, that's why it's weird to me. The people who did stuff like that to me when I was a kid never tried to do anything to me. Like, children's safety is extremely important. But we going too far in the other direction to where we're blurring lines. Yeah, Jordan actually, that's why Jordan touched his leg, because Jordan knew he wasn't grabbing. Michael Jordan was grabbing this kid's ass in victory lane. What is wrong with y'all, bro? Not at all, Kendra. That's why I just be... Look, let me show y'all this video. I was going to show y'all this video the other day. Nigga, I don't need you to co-sign. I told him already. Where'd I put my phone? I'm going to show y'all this video because it's going to explain me. Because, and this. Okay, that was rare. I left my damn phone in the car. I never do that. I had to ask Google where my phone was at. I'm like, it'll be ringing any second. It's not ringing. Nigga had to run out to the car. Good thing nobody stole it. So look, let me show y'all this video. Because this is gonna kind of explain where I fall with my thinking. I finally found a video that I truly feels explains me and where I come from with shit, because I feel like a lot of you niggas is weak as fuck now and y'all always looking for an easy way out. I do think this is planted by NASCAR, but it's going to get a level of traction because they know how reactive people are to this type of talk now. So just walk with me on this for a second. You can get a glimpse inside the mind of Shay. I promise you. I promise you. This will not only help you, this will help you understand a lot of people, especially for you young niggas that be like, you really trying to understand Unc and his older brethren and sisters. Here you go.
Tactical nuke incoming!
God is great, Tommy. Yes, KS. You ask Google to find your phone and it will find your phone. It'll play it will, your phone will start ringing. You didn't know that? Shit, I've been using that for umpteen years. I've been using that since using Google was a thing. Yes. It can. And it differentiates in the house where if Christy says it versus me, it'll find it. But here you go. Got me sidetracked.
There's an entire generation of people who remember both rotary phones and the first iPhone launch, and psychologists can't quite figure out where to put them. If you were born between 1976 and 1985, you're on the tail end of Gen X, but you're hardly a millennial, even though everyone keeps trying to shove you into one of those boxes. You're what researchers started calling a zennial around 2014, and some sociologists have even labeled this group a microgeneration because the window is so specific.
See, this is the thing you niggas ain't gonna ever understand unless you was like born in them ages, like for real. As you were growing up, shit changed really fast. I'm talking about one summer you using beepers, The next summer you're using cell phones. One summer you watching VHS tapes. The next summer you on DVDs. One summer you were listening to cassette tapes. The next summer shit was just crazy. And it happened so fast.
What happened during that specific slice of history created something that's genuinely worth examining. So today, we're going to explore what makes them interesting from a psychological perspective. From the start, you spent your childhood in an analog world where boredom was just something you sat with.
You niggas have no idea how boring it could be at times. Sometimes your favorite game just wasn't fun that day. You wanted something new to do. All of your videotapes you watched a million times. And here's the best part. Here's where it was the last nail for boredom. There wasn't shit on TV. And then your friends were gone to practice or to music lessons or gone for the summer. Like, that was a thing. Like, sometimes your friend be gone for like 2 months because they went to go stay with grandma for the summer. So y'all don't understand true. That's why I laugh at kids now that say they bored. Say you want to go do something. No, you get bored because you need to go do something. That's the way I look at niggas now. No, there was genuinely, you didn't have shit to do. You went and knocked on doors, see if people were home. You called. If they mama was on the phone, it was a wrap. I'm on the phone right now. I have them call you back. Fuck! That actually happened. You you would fall asleep because it literally wasn't shit to do. Or if your mama watched soap operas during the day, you was fucked on TV. There wasn't no go get the tablet and sit in the corner. It's go in your room and play quietly or sit down and shut up. My soap opera's on. Because there wasn't no pause button. There wasn't no DVR. So when TV was on and your mama's show was on, you had to shut what they called the fuck up.
Where you had to actually remember phone numbers. And not to mention the dread if you missed your favorite TV show.
Ask your kids if they know their best friend's phone number. Like some of y'all kids right now don't have an emergency contact number memorized in their head. Do you remember this shit right here? This was one of the greatest parts of new technology to me, was going back and watching shows I missed as a kid. To see shit we only thought we was gonna see one time and see it again in this futuristic shit, man, y'all don't even understand. Like it was groundbreaking technology when you could program your VCR to record. But if the power went off, it would reset the time on the clock and then you would miss it anyway. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Y'all don't even know, bro. My grandfather, RIP to my pops, I bought him a TV guide holder in the 5th grade at the Secret Santa store. He used that shit till I was out of high school, my nigga. My grandfather kept a motherfucking TV guide in his TV guide holder. And TV guide was the shit. Had the crosswords. You see, like, not only could you see in the TV guide, like, what time shit came on, you go to the back and you could read the synopsis of what the shit is about. Like, what this episode's about or what this movie's about, the big named actors. Or, remember, sometimes what would happen is the TV guide would tell you that it came on at a certain time, but the time's updated after the TV guide was printed and you fucking missed it. That's the worst feeling ever when you turn on the TV 5 minutes early to go into your show and then you see the credits of the show you thought you was waiting for. It's a fucking gut punch because you got to wait till probably the summer when they do reruns and then catch it on a rerun. Y'all don't even understand.
Was just gone. Yet one day, right as you were moving into adulthood, the entire world went digital. Not gradually, suddenly.
Right. When I started DJing, it was this fast. I started DJing. I bought all these fucking records. I had like 20,000 pieces of vinyl when it came to like records I bought and records I got from the record companies. So this is like my first 3 years of DJing. So from like 19 to 22. And then all of a sudden, somebody was like, hey man, there's this new technology coming out where you can use a vinyl record and transform the song through SMPTE time code through the DJ needle. And you never have to change records. You can just use 2 records all night long and you change the songs through the computer. Nigga, bro, that shit was like, yeah, right. I remember when we were sitting around like, that shit ain't gonna never work right. How are they gonna ever get the latency? Now, that's league standard. You look goofy trying to roll up to the club with records now.
Timing of this shift had consequences that are still playing out. Most generations grow up entirely in one technology paradigm or other. Zennials, however, went through both of these life-defining experiences during the...
And that, I think that has given us a superpower. We are the generation that is the easiest to connect with the youth while still having great connections with our elders. Because we truly understand both worlds. Because like talking to like even my daughter, like, and then it was like, when me and Chris be talking, thinking about it, I was like, damn, you don't realize that like that technology like started like basically right before you were born.
Years when you were still discovering yourself. Your late teens looked very different to your 20s, and the disparity in age was far wider than most.
I'm telling you, you see this picture? It was like this in a span of like 5 years, bro. Like you had computers, but internet wasn't all that. The power of the computer was in the CDs and shit you had. You know, the computer section was always a big thing at like the Best Buys and shit like that. And Circuit City and shit. Because it was all about your library of computer discs that you had that unlocked the shit with your computer. The internet was just kind of coming in. Like playing video games. They had to put out video games finished or they was getting like how y'all get video games now and they're fucking broken as shit and they're live patching them and shit. Anybody put out a game like that, it was ruined forever. You wasn't coming back from that. Like literally, you went from having a poster on your wall.
Generation.
You went from having a poster on your wall 1 year to a fucking TV on the wall. Remember how rich you had to be to have a TV mounted in like the early 90s?
Experience. Consider the implications of this on your daily life. Remember how much of your teens were spent passing physical notes in class or having conversations that disappeared into...
See, we were naturally protected by the Lord more. See, the devil came in and told y'all that y'all need to be fucking up under surveillance all the time. The Lord gave us natural protections. Y'all know right now, especially if you fit in this age group, there's shit right now. Some of your most embarrassing moments you are so glad was before the iPhone era. You was so glad when you broke up with such and such there wasn't no social media then. Because remember back in the day, like a lot of times, everybody, you was dating somebody and your friends kind of crossed paths. Like we had more natural protection. The devil came through, was like, nah, y'all need this. Y'all need cameras wherever you go and you need to be on them bitches.
Thin air, or making plans where you weren't able to text running late or where are you? You just showed up and hoped your friends would be there.
Facts. Sometimes you rolled up to the park thinking everybody gonna be there and they wasn't there. And then you find out that it all fell apart. Such and such had to go somewhere, so-and-so got in trouble. The next thing you know, it just fell apart. And oops, we didn't call the house. Or it could have been like, we called the house, but your mama was on the phone.
That required a
See, sometimes your friends didn't have call waiting. I remember vividly no call waiting. Some people, that was a feature. You know how, see, some of y'all like, what do you mean by call waiting? When you on your cell phone and it beeps and somebody's calling in, and you can say, hold on, and you can even conference these niggas into who you talk to. That was not a thing. Some people didn't even have call waiting. So when you called their house, if somebody was on the phone, you got the busy signal. Y'all niggas don't even understand.
completely different kind of trust and commitment than what exists now. But then you were in your 20s and saw everyone get cell phones. You registered with Friendster, next MySpace, then Facebook. Prior to social media, most people only had 3 different ways to contact someone, either their home or work phone.
And previous social media before Facebook was the first one that really integrated being on it all the time. MySpace was not built for you to be on it all the time. MySpace was built for you to check it a couple of times a day. Facebook was the first shit to make it so you kind of never leave.
Or just by showing up at their house. Then suddenly you have 17 different messaging apps, and you simply figured it out. During your formative years, you experienced both worlds. According to research on brain development, the prefrontal cortex, the region that mediates our ability to adapt to new situations.
Right. Like, we used to stay in the car. I vividly remember times when I was like 10 or 11 being in the car for like 2 hours while they in the store like shopping or whatever. And if you were lucky, if you were a responsible kid, you got to sit in the car with the radio on. But you was going to sit there. And you bet not get in any type of trouble. And other adults were snitches too. Other adults would, like now, you say something to somebody's kid, their parent is probably going to try to fight you. Even if you dead ass right, they'll try to fight you like, don't say nothing to my kid. But back then, no, like, an adult you never seen or known in your life see you doing some shit out of pocket, more than likely they would say something to you.
And learn complex skills is still maturing until roughly the age of 25. A study published in Nature Neuroscience found that this region matures well into the 20s. This means that Zennials were still in this high plasticity window when the technological landscape went through a complete overhaul. You were young enough that picking up new technology felt natural, but old enough to remember what came just before it. Due to being adults when technology first appeared, Gen Xers can sometimes be a bit skeptical of technology. Millennials, particularly the younger ones, have no real memory of life without the internet.
Right. They are so trusting in all technology.
If you're a Zennial, though, you've experienced both things, which has created a kind of bilingualism that is pretty rare. You can have a face-to-face conversation without checking your phone every 30 seconds, but you also don't get anxious about learning new software.
I remember the first time I held a digital camera that like recorded, and it was like, I was like, this shit crazy. I remember when we went from having our big ass on the shoulder camcorder where you stuck a whole VCR tape into it. I remember going from that to the small joint that you just held and took like mini cassettes.
You remember what it felt like to be genuinely unreachable for hours at a time, which is an experience.
We used to go to Sam's, Chad. We went to, I think we used to go to this place called Hooks Drugs. We used to go there. I remember they developed something there a few times, but the main place we would go was, well, at that time, it wasn't, Sam's Club wasn't Sam's Club. It used to be Wholesale Club. That used to be the name of Sam's Club. It used to be Wholesale Club. And we had a Wholesale Club membership, and you would go to the photo, and it would always be packed back there because apparently they did it cheap as fuck. You take your film, put it in that thing with your name and shit on it and stick it on there. Then you come back, like, you know, however many days take. Because remember, this was like, back then, pictures took like a couple of days. It was a big-ass deal when places started being able to do pictures in an hour. See, some of y'all niggas like, what do you mean by do pictures in an hour? Right, because you take the picture and you literally look at it and go, nah, we got to take another one right now. Yep, BJ's is just, yep, same shit. So You used to put the film in there, and then you sit it, and you come back like 2-3 days later, grab your pictures, take it to the front, pay for them. So like when it's crazy, photo was a big deal. So like your Walmart, like so now we down to basically just Walmart, right? But Walmart, Walgreens, that's what kept Walgreens like busy all the time. Was Walgreens had 1 hour photo. Walmart had the 1 hour photo. Like places had photo. It's like it's weird to walk in grocery stores and these type of department stores and realize that like a photo section was huge. Like you go to the electronic section in Walmart, you'll see like maybe a kiosk to do some photos. And it used to be whole sections for it. What's that shit called? Logo 7? Logo 7. That my auntie used to work at a film studio that worked next to Logo 7. So I remember like my auntie worked developing pictures, like in the dark room, developing pictures. This was like a real thing.
A lot of younger people simply don't have, but you're also not intimidated by technology the way some older generations are. And this shows up in ways you might not even notice, like you probably have a different relationship
That's me. I don't lock my doors.
with privacy than other generations. You grew up in a world where your embarrassing moments just faded into memory instead of living forever on social media.
Like that's insane.
That 7th grade haircut, that breakup, that drunk night at a party, there's no photo evidence.
Y'all kids don't even understand, bro. Now, every time you go outside, you on camera, nigga. Any major intersection, somebody's business got you on camera. Now, you saw that Ring commercial where it's basically like you walk through the neighborhood. If you walk around your neighborhood, you are on somebody's camera every time you go past. This shit crazy now when you really think about it from what it was.
It just exists in the stories people tell. This creates a fundamentally different relationship with your past. Your memories could evolve, could become stories, could change shape over time the way human memory naturally works. You weren't trapped by documentation. Research on autobiographical memory suggests that the way we store and recall personal experiences is actually quite fluid. Our brains are designed to edit memories, keep what matters, and let the rest fade. When everything is permanently documented and searchable, that natural process gets complicated in ways we're still trying to understand. But here's where things get messy. You also entered the job market right around the 2008 financial crisis, which means a lot of you experienced significant economic instability during the exact years when you were supposed to be establishing your careers. That timing matters more than people realize. Research on economic hardship shows that financial trauma during this life stage can have lasting psychological effects. People who experience job loss or financial instability during this life stage often carry those experiences forward, even after their situations improve. It shapes how you think about money, security, and risk in ways that don't easily go away. So you've got this.
Right. So like I saw a company employ my grandfather for 25 years and then say fuck him when it was all over. And he died and they owe him money. So yeah, that's why I don't trust corporations for shit. That's why I work for myself.
This generation that learned to adapt to massive technology.
And that's why I'm ready to go to bat with a nigga would have tried to touch our shit.
Change, but also got economically burned right when you were trying to build stability. You can navigate change because you had to, but you might also have this underlying current of what if it all falls apart again running through your decision making. And nobody really talks about this combination. The cultural conversation about generations tends to pit Gen X against millennials, as if everyone born after 1965 and before 2000 is basically the same. But the specific years you were born in, especially during periods of rapid change, create distinct experiences that don't fit into those broad categories. Zennials deal with a paradox that's honestly pretty unusual. You have the self-reliance and skepticism of Gen X because you grew up before helicopter parenting became standard. Your parents probably didn't know where you were for hours at a time.
Facts. That's why your curfew was strict. Go outside, Because they knew about where you was at. If they needed you, they knew about where to go. Because you may have 4 or 5 places you go. You at the park hooping, playing sports, whatever. You over so and so house. They knew how to get a hold of you. But yeah. And then street light come on, you bury your ass in the house.
And that was just normal. You learned to solve problems on your own, to entertain yourself, to deal with boredom and frustration without immediate adult intervention. However, you also reached adulthood during the early days of the internet.
Not ASL, nigga. It fucked me up when kids started saying ASL, and I'm like, why are people asking motherfuckers for age, sex, and location? I bullshit you not. I still don't even remember what ASL stands for kids. The kids started typing that shit saying ASL, and I'm like, why the fuck are they asking about age, sex, and location? Bro, when I found out that that's not what it meant for them, I was done. Nigga. Hey, Google. According to like Urban Dictionary or something like that, what does ASL stand for?
According to Urban Dictionary, ASL in slang translates to as hell. It's used to emphasize something like, I'm tired ASL.
Yeah, as hell. Yeah, nah. I grew up, ASL meant age, sex, location. Motherfuckers be in them chat rooms, nigga, want to know age, sex, location. That's why it was easy to catch them niggas on the Catch a Predator in the beginning. It was super easy because they would tell them niggas age, sex, location, and them niggas would be like, and the decoy would be like 14, and them niggas just keep on talking like she ain't said shit. Well, we have the chat logs. ASL. Y'all niggas is wild.
When technology was still thought to connect everyone and solve everything, before we all realized that it might be actually making some things more complicated. It is odd to find yourself there, independent and cooperative.
Yes.
Complicated. It is odd.
This is how it is for me, and this is how I grew up. You were always okay doing shit with people, but you were able to do it by yourself. Now it's kind of like it's an either or thing. It's like collaboration really ain't collabing. It's like somebody wants you to do the work, or you doing solo because you antisocial.
Odd to find yourself there, independent and cooperative, doubtful yet optimistic, digital but analog. What seems to define Zennials is this ability to hold contradictions without it feeling weird. You remember the before and the after, which means you're able to see what was gained and what was lost. Perhaps you're not as nostalgic for the past in the same way Gen X might be, since you genuinely appreciate modern conveniences too. However, unlike many of the younger generations, you still recognize what we gave up. You lost the ability to be truly alone with your thoughts without effort.
Right. That's how I was able to be like, all right, our daughter's not. When I started seeing people let their kids have tablets and like kids starting to have cell phones at like 7 years old. Like, I remember when Ari was like that age, I'm sitting there like, Christy, football friends got cell phone. Like, she ain't get no fucking cell phone. Her friends want to talk to her. They can, like, even when we went down to cell phones and just instead of having like a house phone, like, straight up then it was like, nah, they can call one of our phones and talk to her all day long. Nobody care. So, like, I saw both where it was like, nah, she don't even be on the phone like that. That's just trouble. So we nipped that shit in the bud. And even now, like, Junior don't just get to have TV on. Like, I'm constantly like, no, we're just gonna have TV off. You can just go play with something. But because of that, he's a natural player. Like TV is just in his background, and that's how I want it. Like, you can have some TV, make it more your background, instead you just laying around watching TV all day, like fucking kids be doing. Like, he don't have no tablet. Like when we on the road and shit like that, like we be at dinner, bro, and we will see a whole fucking family of 4 or a family of 6. It'll be a mom, a dad, and like 4 kids. Bullshit you not. Cause you see big families down here a lot. And all the kids be sitting at the table with fucking tablets, like at the pizza joint. And I mean, it's like TVs and shit on the wall everywhere. Like when we go to like Texas Roadhouse or some shit like that, no, we're not buying the tablet. Not because we cheap. We sit and we deal with TV shows and games and technology and shit all day long. When we having dinner, can it just be us? Maybe a little music ambiance or a game ambiance or some shit like that. Use the technology more for ambiance instead of the main attraction. So yeah, I do. I see it. I be seeing it in real time. I'm like, man, y'all kids just gotta sit on tablets all fucking day long. That's crazy. Man, Deanna, that should have been a no-go. Like, ain't no way I'd even have pulled out my cell phone. Like, even now, like that shit's like sitting at the dinner table all on the cell phone. That's weird. Yeah, shut that shit down, Deanna. I already understand. Shut that shit down. Shut it down. Shit, bro. You can live without that for a moment. And we gotta be honest where that was born. Lazy parenting. See, because a lot of us was raised with lazy parenting. What was our lazy parenting back then? Sit your ass in front of this TV. So there's a lot of us that was raised by the TV, bro. Never had to go outside. Just sit and watch TV all day. And so they gave those parents, them kids that was born in that shit, they gave them even more tools to make their kids even more lazier. Because even if you was a TV kid, eventually you had to do something else, because to have a run of 24 straight hours of great TV is unheard of. See, y'all be binge watching shit, whatnot. Y'all niggas can go months and hours and watch shit without ever finding something you don't want to watch. That was unheard of. Just was. The worst shit was when 2 things you wanted to see came on at the same time. Oh, my Lord. Remember when Picture in Picture came out and that was a big ass deal, nigga? I really lived through all this technology all at once. It's crazy.
You lost the patience that comes from waiting. You lost a certain kind of presence that existed when there wasn't always something else competing for your attention. But you gained connection, information, and possibilities your younger self couldn't have imagined. If you're a Zennial, you probably feel like you don't quite fit in anywhere. Too young for some things and too old for others.
Nah, I feel the opposite. I feel like I can branch through both generations better than most generations. So like when the kids are trying to explain, even if they're talking to me about some technology and shit I don't really know yet, it don't sound that foreign to me. I can catch on still quick enough. But if I'm talking to an old head and they talking about some certain shit, like I can truly relate.
Caught between two worlds. It's not a fault. That's actually the defining feature of your generation.
Bro, you knew it was bad if you knew it was bad when you checked PBS to see if PBS had something. That's why a lot of people fucked with Bob Ross. Bob Ross would come on PBS basically when wasn't shit else on. And then it was like, man, this shit cool. Public access? Yes, public access. So y'all niggas, this is, what I'm doing right now is public access television. This is the new age of it. But public access, if you came up with your own show idea, you could go down to the public access television and buy a slot on TV and have your own show on TV. So the Sweeties, that's what they did. So that was YouTube back then. Those were vlogs and shit like that. Like somebody in the fucking city went and bought time on public access. People bought public access time for messages, all types of shit. Yeah, shout out to Janice and Bob for sure. I definitely miss the Sweeties. They popped their head out for a hot second. So in Indianapolis, we had Channel 4. We had Channel 6, Channel 8, Channel 13. So Channel 6 was WRTV, which was ABC. Channel 8 was Wish TV, which was CBS. Channel 13 was WTHR, which was NBC. And then we had Channel 59, which was WXIN, which was Fox. And Channel 40, WFYI, which was PBS. The reason I know all this shit like that much, I worked in local radio. But we had, those are the joints we had. And then we ended up getting Channel 23. And Channel 23, they was showing some good shit. I don't know how they used to do it. Then all of a sudden, they turned into the WB. And then technology slowly came in and wiped all of that shit out. Remember when people had to switch to digital antennas? You could just go to the store and get you, like, if you had a TV and you didn't have cable, you just go to the store and get you an antenna for like $10. You can get you, get you a good one for like $50. Get you an antenna. Then all of a sudden they said, hey, your antenna's not going to work. We're switching from analog to digital. So it was like a crazy thing where it was hysteria because people didn't know. It was like if you had cable, you didn't have to worry about it. But if you didn't have cable, you was going to have a digital tuner or a special antenna. It was a big ass fucking deal. TK3 time was happening. It's crazy like remembering these type of things. That shit was a big deal, the change of antennas.
Experience. In a world that keeps changing faster than anyone can predict, having lived through one massive transition might be one of the most valuable things you could have learned. You've adapted to a transitional lifestyle. The environment in which you were raised doesn't necessarily have to be the one in which you live forever. The Xennial experience is worth knowing about because of that, more than anything. Not because you're special in some superior way, but because you lived through a specific moment in history that taught you something the rest of us are still trying to figure out: how to adapt without losing yourself in the process. If this resonated with you, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. And if you want to help me keep...
So like even with the Michael Jordan situation, right? Yeah, you can't even watch local sports now. The Pacers used to come on Channel 4, and this is what I loved. When I was a kid, like, I had a black and white TV in my room. Like, it was all color TVs in the house, but, like, I had a black and white TV. I ain't gonna tell you why, but just know that happened, right? And I had an antenna that had aluminum foil on the tip, and I had the screw in the back because I had to have an RF switch on the back because that's how I would screw the Nintendo in. Remember, you used to have that. If you didn't have that hole to screw the Nintendo thing in the back of your TV, the coax cable, you had to get the thing to screw it into the back of the TV, and then you had to screw the motherfucker in. And when the Pacers went on a road trip out west, that meant all their games came on at 10:30. So my bedtime was 10 o'clock. So I would sneak and stay up and watch the Pacers at 10:30. Now, shit, yeah, you can't watch shit on local TV now. They fucked the sport game up. So with me having the crossover of the shit, I understand where y'all be coming from, where y'all be like, you want to protect kids because you feel like kids weren't protected in our era. That is a very grave misconception. You know what we did back in the day? We knew creeps. And your parents would talk to you. If there was a creepy so-and-so in the neighborhood, they would tell you, stay away from that house. Don't be going past that house. Don't talk to nobody. Like, your parents were just more involved instead of it being like America needed to police everything. So like you may not, like your parents may not have ever caught this person actually doing something, but it was enough that your parents seen and just be like, nah, stay away from over there. Don't go past there. And so y'all understand that we grew up, it wasn't no big deal like if your kid was on a team and went and hugged the coach or hugged the teacher. Like that wasn't a big deal. But now because there's some creeps and there's always been creeps, but now we seem to punish ourselves more for they've always been around. And I'm not saying don't police the shit, but this thing where like Michael Jordan nudging a kid that he knows, tugging at his shirt and then rubbing his leg to just playfully get his attention after winning the championship. Growing up in the era I grew up in, you niggas look like weirdos. Now, I can't empathize with where y'all be coming from, but I'm just telling y'all need to dial some of that shit back. You need to dial some of this shit back. But you niggas ain't gonna listen. You never do. I still feel like it's a professional hit from NASCAR. I personally do. He hit them niggas for a lot of money. They try to call Michael Jordan a predator, nigga. Hey! They was sitting up and we fucking got him. We got the nigger. We got him. Send it to TMZ. Send it now. Send that shit. Y'all gotta do better than this for me. I'm sure somebody will come out and say, but why is that kid wearing shorts from Jordan? That doesn't look suspicious. Speaking of things looking suspicious, hey man, that lady did come out and say Umar Johnson is being investigated. He has been acting weird. I gotta talk about this damn wrestling shit. Wrestling down there giving tickets away. Hey, that Logan Paul card, that motherfucker sold for $16 million. It is the highest selling sports card of all time. Look, for all of my people who deal in cards, I don't want nobody to be like, I'm trying to give nobody no financial advice. This is the golden era if you know sports. You know why? Because right now we are in an era where people value in the moment hype more than lasting value. Like, here's what I mean. This Pokemon card, it could last forever. But don't you think it'd be more important to have like the first issue of X-Men comic? Maybe a Mickey Mantle rookie. a couple of Jordan rookies. You can get a Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Steph Curry rookie all for that price. Or around that same price, I can get me like a PSA 9 of a Mickey Mantle 1952 rookie card. What do you think is going to hold more value in the end? A Pokemon? You think that Pokemon card is going to hold the same type of value as any card from the 1950s that truly holds value now? Like Cooper Flag, who some of y'all might not even know that name. His cards are more valuable than Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's going into the Hall of Fame first ballot. More valuable than KD cards. Like 20 years from now, some of y'all niggas is gonna feel stupid to see that you should have put your money in cards that like actually will hold instead of all this hype. Everybody just loves buying in the hype now. You know something else I've noticed is in my transition of these generations, if you will? All the kids wear the exact same shoes. They all, for the most part, wear Jordans, Dunks, and Air Forces. And now they've started wearing some New Balance, which I remember when New Balance was ugly old people shoes, that the reason they had all the numbers and stuff because those was like prescriptions, basically. New Balance was basically prescription shoes. People don't even remember that shit. Now y'all buying them for hype. They learned how to make their shoes look stylish, and people started buying them. But New Balance was like utility shoes. Now I be looking at the kids, and they all were like this. Like I went to like the shoe store, and I went to like one of what's supposed to be a high-end shoe store where it's like all these like shoes that are so hard to get, right? Bullshit, you not go in the store. All it was Dunks, Air Force Ones, and Jordans. And I'm like, but this is all y'all wear, and you just show kind of your placement in society based on how much your version costs. Y'all got the same shoe. Think about everybody with like Dodge Chargers, and how a Dodge Charger, you can have one for like $30,000 all the way up to one that costs like hundreds of thousands, depending on engine and extras. It's like, it's just weird now. All the cars are like the same colors now. Yeah, Shorty's rocking Asics now. You would have got roasted for wearing Asics back in the day. To see Asics cost like $100-something for a pair is hilarious to me. Asics could have never got that back in the day. We had a lot of diversity from, Filas and all this shit. It doesn't feel like they had the same diversity. Outside of if they want to be diverse, then they got to go truly high end. And all of y'all niggas, this is the fake shit era, though. I know the main people are mad. This is the era where I give it to the kids on that. I love the kids for that. Like, they all wear fake shit now, and they do it proudly. You can find kids all over the internet telling other kids how to get fake shit. It's like, nigga, I'm not paying for all these Jordans and shit like that. They get them fake shit straight from China, nigga. Bullshit, you not. I was the first one on that shit. I had all the sports hats. That's what I really got. Those are the only things I really got from over there that I felt were like comparable quality. Was like the hats and a couple of pairs of the shoes. But like now the kids were like, cause back in the day, wearing some fake shit could, depending on what school you went to, you got caught wearing some fake shit, nigga. Your social game was over. You got caught wearing some fake Jordans or some shit like that, it was over. Now motherfuckers don't care. Felines were the shit. I had a pair of black felines and a pair of white felines. Like every summer, I would have a new pair. Cause they were like cause felines was like the budget shoe. You know, you had your Nikes or whatever, but just like a nice casual shoe, you get the felines for like 30, 40 bucks. Then when they came out with that Pepsi card, everybody had Reebok Classics. Like we had multiple, like Adidas, Reebok, and Nike were all pumping at the same time. Soon as they started focusing more on the endorsement of the shit, that's when it went downhill for me. Air Gordons. Fake shoes get you, bro. Fake shoes would have got you fucked up at my high school. That'd have been it. You'd have damn near had to change school over some shit like that. And it's so stupid. That's why, that's one thing about the new generation I am proud of. They are willing to wear fake shit and don't care that you know it's fake. Salute. Salute. If it look nice to you, wear it, nigga. What are we talking about? Most of our favorite shirts and shit when we grew up, we got out of fucking Kmart. And then when I watched the changeover to where it turned into like, now you gotta have like these, like niggas walking around, like niggas was really saving up, working at work, saving up multiple paychecks. Like, I remember when kids did that for Jordans, and I thought that was weird. It was like they would put clothes on layaway. Some of y'all kids don't even know what layaway is. Y'all just Klarna now. Layaway, you took your shit, you went to the store, you shopped for all this shit, and you took it over to the layaway section. You put 10% down, and you make payments on it. And when you were done making payments on it, you could take it out of the store. So niggas would save up like 2 weeks of pay, spend a whole paycheck on Jordans, right? That shit was crazy to me. But that shit what makes way more sense now than to watch these niggas save up like 5 or 6 paychecks to go buy a fucking belt. Oh, I had a gang of Outlet Azad shirts. These little niggas now will save up $800 to go buy a designer belt. A belt. And you could tell when they bought that belt and that was all they could afford because they wear it with everything. And they just strap it. They just will wear it around like it's just a strap. Shit, that was back when Burlington was the shit. Did you have Value City where you stayed? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Because we had the Value City and the Value City furniture. I know my Midwest folk had it. Value City was the shit. That's where you went and got the cheap name brand, if you will, clothes. The outlet shit, and that was what it was like. Like how I grew up, like let's say for school clothes. I maybe got one outfit out of the mall, and it would be like at a Man Alive where they'd be like and maybe it'd be 2 because they would do the shit where it's like 2 for $45, where it's the same outfit but different colors. It was owned by Schottenstein. Crazy. Zayres, Ellis Ayres, Lazarus. Like y'all literally are down to Macy's, a couple JC Penney's and Dillard's. Like we had all of that too, and still had Ellis Ayres, Lazarus, Sears. Yep. Sears would, yep. That was the thing. You went to Sears and Sears Outlet. It's same thing with families with Value City. Value City and the Value City Outlet. Exactly, Deanna. I get like one outfit or two from the mall if they had that two for special. And then the rest of my stuff came from like Value City, Burlington. Back when Burlington actually really sold coats. But you could still get like clothes and stuff like that. It just turned fully into that. Now y'all niggas be like, now I will say it's crazy that Levi's still running strong. Shoe warehouse online. Yeah, that shit crazy now to go to the shoe store. Like, you'll be looking for something. They be like, oh, we ain't got it, but we can have it sent to your house in 2 days. K&G was another spot. That was K&G was like a hidden gem. Like everything moved online. Like I hate, as somebody who lived in both, I hate it. I miss brick and mortar stores. Like it's even weird going into Best Buy. Like to go into Best Buy now, you pretty much have to know what you want. Stores were built for you to browse. Stores aren't even like really built for you to browse anymore. Like, I miss multiple electronic stores. It kept everybody honest. Some things from here, some things from there, instead of everything from one place. Like, Best Buy now versus Best Buy then, it's not even close. Because I actually worked at Best Buy. It's not even close. Not close. Yes, there's more technology now, but the quality of that store, it's not even fucking close. H.H. Gregg. Yes. The H.H. Gregg twins they were some of the coldest bowlers ever. I was on the bowling team. I remember that shit for a hot second. And the H.H. Gregg twins were in some tournament or some shit. And they beat ass. They was like pro bowlers. Yes, Micro Center still has it, but like that's why I can't wait to get back to Dallas to go to it. Micro Center's the closest you're gonna get to that shit anymore. Best Buy was like, you have a couple things, but it was like you could try almost everything in the store, especially in the electronic stores. And you know what I used to do when I worked at Best Buy? I worked in the cordless phone section. So every morning I'd be in the store like 4 hours before the store start, and I had to put all the cordless phones up. You had the single cordless, then you had the cordless that, if you was balling, you had the cordless with the 4 bases with the other ones for every room. Then you had the cordless phones with the answer machine, either the small tape or the digital. Now, you probably can find 1 or 2 cordless phones in the whole store if you lucky. It was a whole section I used to, and my section was next to the music section, which that if you think about it, think how big the music section, the phone section, like all these sections in Best Buy are. Now you go into Best Buy, the shit feels empty in comparison to what it used to be. So like they got that big ass open cell phone area, but it ain't really filled with nothing. You still gonna find more better accessories online than in Best Buy. But that whole section, all that shit was music. Yep, VTech phone, which now VTech just makes the kid tablets and shit. Great transition by them. Yes. Wasn't nothing better than when a CD you really wanted to know if it was any good or not, and they had it in the store, you put them headphones on, and you flip through that, you're like, oh yeah, take this to the counter. We banging this weekend. Got my motherfucking 12s in the trunk with my motherfucking EQ. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my transition from... Now, here's where they got us. Now that we talking about this transition, here's where they really got us as a society. And a lot of you kids don't really even understand. So when we changed from from tapes to CDs, right? Cool, good. That shit was good. And cassettes were still around basically the whole time. They started to fade towards the end, right? When we switched to just streaming, that fucked everything up. When we switched to downloading, it was cool. When we switched to streaming, it fucked everything up. We fell for it because in the beginning of streaming, y'all remember, we had access to, when they was really letting it go, we had access to everything. Netflix had all the greatest movies, all this shit. And then as soon as we fell for it, they slowly started taking everything away. And splitting it across 50 different fucking streaming platforms. And then you would find out that it's on this streaming platform. You could be watching a show on that streaming platform and then it would leave and you had to go get it off the other one. Did I install my own sounds? I did. CD changer in the trunk. Christy had a CD changer in her trunk. And that was a big deal when we was in the Eclipse. We had an Eclipse in 2006, and we had the 6 CD changer in there. And you know, with me being the DJ, CD album was always full rotation. I got a gang of CDs, bro. I got a stack of CDs right here I was going through. But yeah, most of all my important CDs. But the thing about CDs, I got a couple of mixtapes that I really wish I had. And I don't know where the fuck they are because it was only on a CD. Ain't gonna tell them who got it, don't have it, whatever. But all of my main stuff, I'm missing of all my mixtapes, I'm missing the first 3. And one of the people who would have it has passed. Who else will have it? I don't know. If I didn't do painting and decorating, I would probably install speakers. That was a big deal. Places like Ovation, Best Buy. Remember, that was a big deal. People used to drop their cars off at Best Buy all the time. You get a new radio, some new speakers or whatever. If you didn't know nobody, see, the thing was you had to know somebody in the hood. You knew somebody in the hood. Somebody in the hood taught me. Then you had an amplifier, hook that shit, run that shit from the battery down the door to the trunk, hook up the amplifier with the subs. And then when you was really balling, when I was 17 with my job in the motherfucking Ford Taurus, I was in an 86 Ford Taurus. Nigga, you couldn't tell me shit. I had a detachable face, nigga. Because car radio theft was a big thing for us growing up in the 80s and 90s. So in the late 90s, early 2000s, they figured out how to have detachable faces to where you took the radio face off and the radio wouldn't work if they stole it. So people wouldn't steal. If they looked at the car and saw the face was gone, they wouldn't even steal it because they knew it'd be worthless. Boston Pro, kickers. Remember when the radio section at Best Buy used to be fat? You would go in the radio section to be fat in there. And you testing out all the different big ass speakers, tweeters and shit. Motherfucking, cause they first started with cassettes, so I had a detachable face cassette joint first. I remember my cousin This was when Fast and Furious came out. Cause I remember on a road trip, how I watched Fast and Furious for the first time was in my cousin's car. He had a radio where, remember the radio where you put the shit in and then the motherfucking screen comes out and then opens up like that in front of it? And then you can play DVDs. Yep, motherfucker. Some niggas had like 20 disc changers in their trunk where you take 20. So now y'all niggas, some of y'all niggas be like, I remember the aux cord. Nigga, the aux cord changed the game for us. And we fell for it. Because now we don't have access to all the music like we used to because we stopped collecting CDs. That's why places like Vintage Stock and these places that are still selling physical media like VHS and DVDs and shit, that's why they stay in business, because people know it's a lot of shit that they have tried to scrub away or licensing ran out. Like, that wasn't a thing. You bought a CD, because now you could have a CD on YouTube Music, right? Let's say it's one of your favorite CDs. Well, a licensing issue could pop up and they could take like 2 of the songs away. Have you ever gone to like an album you listen to on one of your music apps and then you go and it's like the song's no longer available? Like, that wasn't the thing. When I bought the CD with the songs on it, now you could have a situation where they end up repressing a CD and taking a song or 2 off, and then the other CD becomes more valuable, but you know, they couldn't patch my song away. Now they will patch your fucking songs away. Kids don't even watch. I don't know why they make music videos now. Kids don't even really watch them shits like that. We had music video shows. And the shows was only like an hour and a half. Since we didn't have all this streaming and shit, we was forced to watch like Rap City, TRL, and all this shit. Why? Because we wanted to hear the latest shit. Y'all niggas just literally just grab your phone and just turn on anything, nigga. Like how your kids will be listening to a playlist. Do you know the time and dedication it took to make a good playlist? Because where did the source come from? If you were lucky, you had a dual cassette joint to where you could record songs off your favorite tapes onto one tape. But if you wasn't a baller and had the dual cassette player, then you had to have timing. You sat there with the record on pause and waited for the radio to play shit. So even if you had a cold ass playlist, you was gonna have the DJ talking over the beginning and the end. The end may be chopped off. It's playlists. They just send each other playlists now. Aww. Sheesh. Them motherfuckers probably are. I'm sure them wood ones, them wood cabinet joints definitely held value. They had to. They didn't realize how hard it was for DJs to even make mixtapes using old 4-track recorders and shit. Dual cassette changed the game. You know what else changed the game when it came with the dual cassette? Who remembers high-speed dubbing? Kids don't even know. They don't even have to rewind tapes now. Like now, you could just hit a button and start your song over. Nigga, when you had a song you fuck with, you had to stop and press rewind. Then when then if you was recording, it'd be like, you be recording on one, and you know the master's playing, and then you record on the other. Well, when high speed dubbing came out, because you had to listen to the whole thing to record it. So sometimes you leave it or whatever, turn it down, whatever the fuck, record it. But they came out with high speed dubbing to where it was recording while going really fast. And then you would play it back on normal speed and it would work. Kendra, you're gonna have to lug that big heavy motherfucker out. I know it's big and heavy. Every system was big and heavy. That's how you know it was good. Y'all don't remember how heavy TVs used to be? That's why I be laughing when I look at the instructions now on TVs and be like, make sure 2 people are holding this TV. TV weigh like 20, 25 pounds. There's no way you can mount old school TVs on the wall without 3 people. Remember how heavy plasma TVs were? And that's what, because back in the day, floor model TVs, there wasn't, no. Floor model TV. And then when that stopped working, you put the TV on top of it. You bitch ass niggas are spoiled. You niggas is spoiled. Yes. Oh, that's the worst thing ever. If you was playing your song and for whatever reason the tape got caught. Now, you get to fix it a lot of times more than not, especially if you had patience, and then it would do that crisscross shit up under the bar, and you had to kind of pull it through and rethread it. But if that motherfucker snapped, oh, that was the worst shit ever. Yeah, them Sony Wegas, when them Sony Wegas came out, oh my Lord, them Sony Wegas took 15 people. Nigga, let me tell you this Sony Wega story. This is a true story. My cousin, me and Christy, how long had me and Christy been staying at that spot? We probably been staying at the spot for like 7 months. This is the first place we lived in, okay? I don't even think she was pregnant with football yet. Matter of fact, I know she wasn't. And my cousin used to come past the house sometimes, which is cool. But this cousin, it was weird that he would stay for like hours on end, right? And Chrissy was like, why don't this nigga be going home? Like, she wasn't like asking like that, like just kind of like, you know, because it was out of his character. We didn't care. The very next day we was questioning, he came over, and he was over there, and apparently it was this girl he was dating. And she was like getting on his nerves and shit. So one night this nigga's like, he came to the house. He came to the house like, hey nigga, I need you to come to the house with me. Help me get my shit out of her crib, nigga. Like, I ain't fuck with this bitch. It's over. I was like, all right, bet. Go get the shit. I'm getting all the shit out. And then it's a Sony Wega, right? Them TVs were so motherfucking heavy, nigga. Even when it was 2 people, it was heavy as fuck. And he was the bougie nigga that always had to have, so he had the big one. And I remember we walking down these, because he was on the 2nd floor too, so we walking downstairs, this heavy ass Sony Wega, bro. And this bitch is walking down the stairs cussing us out the whole motherfucking time. So I'm carrying this heavy ass TV with this nigga getting berated. Put the shit in the car. The nigga's like, we get to the house or whatever. You know, he's staying the night or whatever. You know, that's family. You know what I mean? Whatever. We'll figure it out. The next day, this nigga's like, all right, yeah, I'm ready to go home. And I told that nigga, I was like, nigga, don't ever call me to help you with this TV again, because I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck. This nigga called a week later talking about basically it happened again. I was like, nigga, you better call somebody else. I'm not carrying that heavy. I had to carry that heavy ass TV back. Like, that's not a TV you could just be getting in arguments, taking out of the house, bro. Bullshit, you not. Don't get it twisted. The Sony Wega had a good ass picture for TVs back then. But to carry that motherfucker, hell no. She gonna break your back. Yeah, the glass in the front, like crazy heavy, man. Thinking about this shit. It's basically like lifting a floor model TV, but it doesn't look like a floor model. So that's why you think it ain't gonna be that much. That bitch. Whew. See, moving with people now ain't bad at all because they make everything cheap and light now. I'm from the era where the couches were heavy, the TVs were heavy, the chairs were heavy, everything was heavy. He went back the next day, KS, and when I took that TV back up them stairs with him, I said, don't call me when you get into it with this bitch again, because I saw what it was. I never in a million years expected, like, we moving, because we moved all of his shit out, and he went back the next day with all of his shit, and I'm like, y'all gonna have to figure out how to argue and shit without leaving the house. Nigga, since me and Chrissy been together, literally in the very beginning, we got in a minor argument about something. I left the crib. Literally the only time I ever left the crib, ever. And I was only gone for like a second. Like, that's not like no thing we do. Like, that's not what we do. But that's how y'all all built now. Everybody built now. That's why relationships and shit really don't last. Cause y'all be in this fantasy land of you're gonna be in a relationship and y'all gonna be together from the ages of like 20 to when y'all die at old, and neither one of y'all are gonna make a big mistake. No, both of you are gonna make big mistakes. That's why it's very important to take your vows seriously. Just get married, stay married, no matter what. Through good times and the bad ones. That means all bad ones, not certain bad ones. Now, obviously, we can really split some hairs and get down to it, because yes, there are caveats, right? But what I'm learning is nobody gets to the caveats. It's just literally like, you hear, bro, I've watched shit where girls literally say shit where it's like, I was just past being married. Like, the dude never did nothing to me. He never beat me. He never cheated on me or no shit like that. I just got to a point where I didn't feel like I was benefiting from marriage anymore. That's weird to me. That shit weird as fuck. Somebody say some shit like that. But you hear that shit all the time now. It's like normal. That is a normal way to look at shit now. And for whatever reason, that's normal to people, and it hasn't gotten normal to me. So I know it feels all roundabout, but I promise this is why I felt the way I felt like with this whole Jordan situation. Because I'm like, I'm from an era where it's not a big deal when like an adult touches a kid, and I feel like y'all be over freaking out with it. Meanwhile, like, y'all just over sexualized. I feel like this generation is way over sexualized, like looking at everything sexual. Then when we hear of real shit happening, then we don't really take it seriously. Like, we got all of this shit with the Epstein files, and all this shit really is right now something to gossip about. There's like no actionable plan. Nobody's talking about nothing. It's not like we're looking for a certain thing that's gonna get certain shit to happen. It's just something to gossip about. Yep. Straight Puritans. While not being very pure at all. And gaslighting. Gaslighting became way more prevalent now, where it's like if I'm like, man, that shit gay, you'll gaslight me to be like, you don't know that I'm not talking about gay people, but I am instead talking about something else. And for you to go, well, you're making gay synonymous with, I'm not making gay synonymous with nothing. I can make words in any type of slang I want to. Y'all took gay meant happy, and y'all just took that shit and then claimed this weird ownership over it. Like, I do feel now it's just like hyper racism because, like, I remember growing up as a black kid in the 80s and the 90s and always giving credence to the black people and shit before us and the Americans before us who, you know, weren't black or whatever. Now, not only do they not really recognize the past, they don't even recognize living legends. Like, remember, like, a nigga that's a living legend, you, especially you got to a certain spot, you just let shit go. That's so-and-so. Nope. Now, these kids be saying they better than living legends. They don't respect. Bro, I'm hearing people like Corey Holcomb talk about, and this is somebody from the old generation who was just leading this new generation of just astray. Just he comparing himself to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X because there's been media coverage of him hitting a bitch in the face. I hear these kids say that the time they're going through right now is the hardest time ever to be. They're living through the hardest time being black ever. Yeah, they stole the rainbow. Remember as a kid, you used to love to get them one motherfucker holographic rainbow sticker joints out of the sticker machine at like Kmart or some shit? Yep, stole it. Like, the shit's crazy. There was a point where they was like the retarded shit. Well, it's disrespectful to retarded people. What are you talking about? Well, you're making fun of the mentally challenged people. No, I'm not. That's why shit can't be as funny as it used to be. Because they're not allowed to push the envelope without getting canceled. You go look at shows like even Saturday Night Live. You look at shows like fucking In Living Color and shit. Like, you know, In Living Color had Handyman. They real life made fun of nigga being handicapped, retarded, all this shit. Like, what y'all don't realize is y'all have it backwards. Y'all more fake. Y'all are very discriminatory, but pretend y'all not. Back then, we would say shit like retarded, but we weren't taught to be mean to the mentally challenged. We were not taught to be mean to people that we perceived had mental illness or maybe was in that certain classroom or rode that certain bus. Even if we would say certain insults to each other, we were never mean to them. Y'all actually be mean to the people that y'all be claiming y'all protecting. Yeah, calling people sissies, calling people fags. Nope. But y'all found that y'all an easy way to get ahead is to act hurt, feign injury. I'm offended. Give me a job. I'm offended. Give me some money. Meanwhile, we more emasculated than ever. Yes, it's okay to cry as a man. But why are you crying all the time? That's the shit now. Y'all niggas is crybabies now. Full-fledged. That's why one of my most ongoing jokes that I've done my entire life is to call everything racist, because I find those type of people funny. There's white people, there's black people who think every fucking thing is racist. So I love playing on that. I love calling it. And my favorite is to call something out of context. Bro, you know how many times I call Christy racist, nigga? I call her racist all the time. And it be over the most dumbest shit ever. The shit funny to me. I like to disarm the shit. I'm not ignorant to it, but I don't have to engage in all aspects of it. I get approached by a straight racist who want to call me a nigger to my face. What am I supposed to do? Crash out? I'm supposed to throw it all away because that's what he wants. See, that's why I don't have respect for Corey Holcomb in that manner. I'm like, well, you knew she was an op. Why did you give her what she wanted? Of course she wanted you to crash out, nigga. You always want to see your enemy crash out. So when your enemy dumb to do some shit, yeah, you can sit back and be like, see, thank you. Like with the shit with racism, right? I sit and watch some kids now use that shit to like manipulate like they friends and shit and vice versa. Where it's like, I'm gonna be this black person that's friend with these white people that feel sorry for me because I'm black, and I'm gonna manipulate that. And vice versa. Because when I grew up, like being friends with like my white friends, this was like something that never came up. I didn't think my white friends were weird because they wanted to grow up to be like Jordan. You know, my white friends didn't think it was weird if somebody black wanted to grow up and be Superman. Now, y'all will find that shit weird. Like, why your black ass want to be Superman? Superman white. It wasn't about the color of what Superman was. It was about the fucking power Superman had. It wasn't about Jordan being black and I'm not allowed to want to be this. No, Jordan is I want to hoop like him. Andrea, what up? Not candy canes. Hell no. You know, if some shit come out with Jordan, that's a bridge I cross when I get there, and I have no problem. But I'm just not with this whole thing where y'all be quick to just, without proof. That's nothing to me. I know that some of y'all like, there's no reason to ever put your hands on anybody else's kid for any reason, and you sound like a weirdo. Why is everything... Y'all got to step back and ask yourself, why is everything so sexual to you? Yeah, why you can't be Luke Cage? Or what was old boy? What was the black dude? The black Marvel nigga that didn't have no powers and shit? Yeah, didn't no black people want to be him. We wanted to be the other nigga. Was it? It wasn't Aquaman, was it? Nah, it was. What was that nigga? I mean, this shit ain't gonna go nowhere with trying to cancel Jordan on this because this just isn't enough. Him celebrating a Daytona 500 win with his driver's son, who we have proven they have had prior relationship that has been covered in a positive light. Now all of a sudden, y'all trying to make Jordan look like he's a motherfucking diddler. I'm not going. I'm so serious. I'm not going. I was going to put up a poll, like just in the chat. I was like, for what? For what? First of all, everybody hit the like button. I got a couple of things I'm thinking about talking about tonight. Oh, no. Shout out to everybody who hit the cup. We're going to continue to push the cup next couple streams. Well, this stream is pretty much, I ain't going nowhere for another hour or two. Get these watch time hours up. But between this stream, and we got one more tonight. So if we make $100 each stream, because a lot of people at the cup yesterday would shout out. If we make $100 each stream, then we'll consider that goal achieved. We just plugging a hole. I really looked at the numbers just the day before yesterday, and man, it was like swallowing an apple whole, bro. I refuse to put it on the screen. I'm not giving niggas content of that nature. But nigga, whew. I showed a couple people, so a couple people saw. And yeah, it's but we here. We ain't worried about that. We moving on. 7 days. Next Monday, we back. We back next Monday on the main. You dig? Shout out to LNC Wrestling. Has been growing. We've been, this has been a crazy 3 months because basically the channel's been fucked since the end of, it was right before Thanksgiving. And, bled over into Christmas, New Year, and here we are just post Valentine's Day 2026. The only thing or I don't want to say the only thing, the main thing that helps me get through all of it is knowing that y'all niggas think this shit's a joke. Knowing that some of y'all niggas think that y'all gonna really be able to survive like all of this shit. And oh man, you said X, Y, and Z and ain't shit gonna happen. Man, y'all don't even know. I would feel bad for you, but for what? It's just been a crazy process. This has been an insane process. But I've learned a lot. It has prepared me for other things. And so we closer than you would believe. We should hear from the Ninth Circuit this week. Those that read what YouTube wrote versus what I wrote, if you read those things, then you would know that YouTube basically wrote a concession speech. And I'm not joking. They real life wrote a concession speech. But we'll get into that more later at the appropriate time. And I'm very serious that when I get back on the main shit, like, I don't know that nigga. Now, I will have what I guess you consider my final thoughts on the shit before I officially go back. Because there's certain elements of shit that people gonna love to hear. But I don't know that nigga. We are in federal litigation, so I ain't got time to really be. That's the old gag. I got the new gag up. And plus, with when we hear back from the Ninth Circuit, it's gonna be some really bad news for Jedediah Brown. He don't know it yet. Cause I know he said he going to Miami or going to South Florida, whatever the fuck. Take your ass down there, nigga. Good luck. Hey, but let me remind you, Jed, down there, they got some shit. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called Stand Your Ground. So I would be careful. The Daytona 500 winning car was sponsored by Chumba Casino. Like, I swear I was wondering what the fuck that was on their shit. I grew up where NASCAR was such a big deal where, come on, ghetto black folk. You don't remember everybody in the hood running around with motherfucking Jeff Gordon jackets? Big Dale Earnhardt jackets? Like, I remember going to the store in the mall where they would have all the jackets. That was a big deal where, like, the jackets that basically like the pit crew type jackets that would match the colors and shit of the car. So niggas had the rainbow crew jackets. People had the Good Wrench jackets. What was it, Good Wrench? Wasn't that the black one? They had the DuPont was the rainbow crew. And it was like, there's a few spots. Now, I can't remember the last time I seen somebody wear a NASCAR jacket. NASCAR's presence just in pop culture was so much bigger 30 years ago. Yep, it was Good Wrench. I was correct. I thought so. I left the door open for the possibility. Y'all niggas is losing the Toyota, nigga. Ugh. Well, I guess let's see this nigga. We can see this nigga actually lift the trophy.
Lane, Michael Jordan has made his way here. Sir, we talked before the race. 4 horses in it. You are a Daytona 500 champion. How does that sound?
I can't even believe it. Yeah, I mean.
I mean, this nigga, they don't realize how big of a deal it was. They sit there like, nigga, this nigga's a diddler.
It was so gratifying. I mean, we had 4 guys that were really fighting, that was helping each other out. I mean, you never know how these races are going to end, right? It's like you just try to survive. And, you know, I thought Riley did an unbelievable job by pushing at the end. You know, that shows you what teamwork can really, really do. I mean, he doesn't get enough credit. He won't get enough credit, but we feel the love. We understand exactly what he did. And, I mean, we just hung in there all day. I mean, it was great strategy by the team, and we gave ourselves a chance at the end. And, look, I'm ecstatic. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It feels like I won a championship, but until I get my ring, I won't even know.
All right, what size ring do you wear? Did you tell me?
Size 13. Size.
Yeah, nigga, I know. Trust me, I know. I know what size ring I wear, bitch.
13.
Hey, happy early birthday.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it.
Y'all try to ruin this nigga birthday, bro. Yeah, nice try, though. The nigga won the Daytona 500, bro. And then the day before his birthday, y'all I woke up and saw this shit and was like, no, nah, not like this. Yes, Kendra. Which is, just for the record, that song is synonymous. If you didn't know, I don't know. I don't want to disrespect. That is synonymous with the Chicago Bulls. That's what Michael Jordan basically got announced to every single game at home. That's crazy. Okay. I never want to assume, but I don't be wanting to be disrespectful at the same time. I grew up to that. Channel 14 on cable, WGN. See, so I watched pretty much all the Bulls games with the Pacer games. Channel 14 was the Bulls channel. I mean, I vividly remember they would do the bull running, and you would watch on the screen the bull running from wherever the fuck they had it running in Chicago all the way to the stadium. This is before United Center. And then starting 5 for your Chicago Bulls. At the other guard, 6'6" from North Carolina, number 23, Michael Jordan. And then Michael Jordan would do the huddle. You can go back and watch if you think I'm lying. He would do the huddle, and when he would break the huddle, all 4 of his teammates would walk past him and he would smack him on the ass.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
The Valvoline, Napper. Like, all of them joints. That was a big deal. Like, all of them. You know, the most popular was Dale and Jeff Gordon. And most people didn't even know who the fuck was driving the cars they were with them jackets. Them jackets was big in pop culture. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yes. I wanted this jacket so bad, never got it. I'm going to get it, though. Because that's what I've learned. I can get a lot of shit that I wanted from back then, now, and cheap in most cases. Especially if I don't care about it being sealed. Nigga. The Ballers had this. And these motherfuckers was like $250. Nigga, this shit crazy. This is low-key one of my funnest streams I've done in a while. Thank you, Jordan. You had the Jeff Gordon joint. Then you had the Dale joint. These were the two. These were the most. Those two were the most popular ones at my school. Was the Earnhardt and the Jeff Gordon. Now, if you didn't know, Jeff Gordon. What's the name of that city? Hey Google, what's the name of the city that Jeff Gordon was born in? I can't believe I don't remember. It's right outside of the west side of Napa.
Jeff Gordon was born in Vallejo, California.
No, where did he grow up? What the fuck is the name? 'Cause he might have been born there. Where the fuck did Jeff Gordon grow up? Pittsburgh. Thank you. That's what it is. Pittsburgh's like, so if you leaving out of the west side of Indianapolis, you go through Speedway, Brownsburg, and then it's Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh is like 2 miles big. Thank you, Kez. Tony Stewart, the guy they call Smoke, when Eminem put that shit in a bar about Tony Stewart hitting that motherfucker, remember that shit? Tony Stewart killing that motherfucker on the racetrack? Like, I still can't believe that happened. OG Chief Meteorologist in the Cup one time, that would be Scott Johnson. Shout out to the GOAT, MJ. Bro, the amount of shit we've lived through. Shit, here go the leather one. Shit, I might have to cop this leather one. Nigga, I'll never forget being so happy I could go to the Brickyard 400 to see Keselowski, and that nigga blew his engine on the second lap. And I was inside the loop. And he went past first. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm sitting here in the loop watching Keselowski. And it was like, yellow flag. And I'm like, shit, what happened? Everybody come past. All of a sudden, Kez bring up the rear. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, this leather one. Yeah, I could fuck with this leather one now, bro. back when it really meant something to have a motherfucking the sponsorships on your car, because if you had your sponsorship on the car and shit, you could fuck around and have your sponsorship on viral apparel. Like, that was part of it. Now people don't give a fuck. Walk towards a moving car, shit happens. Ain't that, man, that shit was just crazy. Where it was like, I didn't think, because a lot of people was like, they felt like Tony just straight murdered that nigga. And I'm like, maybe Tony could have, like, but he'd have been putting himself at risk. What the fuck was he doing? That was always my question of the dude that got hit. I don't mean no disrespect. I just didn't understand what the fuck he was doing. That shit was weird. No, I know it's Keselowski. I call him Keselowski. I've always done that. And we'll continue to do it. But really, if I'm just at the track, we just calling him Kez anyway. Keselowski. I will always be Keselowski. Yeah, that's one of those, you know how I get weird shit. You'll never hear me say it correctly. Yeah. Yeah, that was just to be the main sponsor, because you were still gonna have all the minor sponsor shit and the little tiny patches of shit. But for sure. It was hard for me to believe that Tony Stewart made that decision, like, in that moment, was like, you know what, I can kill this nigga right now. Like, they called a nigga Smoke. That was hard for me to believe. But, you know, I just put it to you this way. Me personally, Tony Stewart would have never got the chance to hit me. Like, have you ever truly been near a NASCAR when it's going? Like, ain't no fucking way, bro. Most people don't really realize. Shout out to Camel. Camel's the reason why that was my white plug where I knew NASCAR. Because they was a rusty house. Wasn't that nigga's name? Wasn't it Rusty Wallace? That's the older one, right? Rusty Wallace. Does that sound right? Okay, yeah, I thought so. They was a Rusty Wallace household. You couldn't tell that house shit, nigga. And I remember I used to play NASCAR races on Super Nintendo with Camel. It was like, so we just drive around this track for like 2 hours? Bet. That's when I learned about drafting and shit. Camel taught me about drafting and shit, like, through the game. He explained to me, like, because, you know, like I said, they was a racing household, so he knew all about NASCAR and shit. That was when I learned about drafting and slingshotting and all types of shit. Yep. A lot of the white people shit I learned from Camel and Josh. I'm sure a lot of shit they learned from niggas came from me and my family. But that shit was never like, we didn't have none of that tension like that. I didn't have no conversations of like, be leery of them people that are letting you come over to their house and eat and all this shit, they might be racist. Like, and then now y'all niggas deal with docile white people. See, back in the day, white people would talk shit because white people didn't really have that fear. They just knew as long as I ain't call you a nigga, I should be cool. And that was the general rule of thumb. You could express yourself. Now it's like, I never thought I'd see a point in time where white men are just like total pushover punks as a whole. Now, as being a black man, don't get me wrong. We come across weaker as a whole too, like men in general, emasculated as a whole. But I like to sit back and just really see white men in groups where they stress the fuck out. Like, nigga, I feel like I'm not being heard. And I just be like, and I'm not one of the people that be like, oh, nigga, you lying. Nah, I know this shit is like a weird time in the timeline. Well, no, I know this one. I ain't never seen this one before. This leather one. This is the first time I've seen this leather one. I just happened to see that one. The other, the cloth one, cotton one, whatever you want to call it, that's the one I remember seeing. I ain't never remember seeing no leather one. This is my first time seeing it for the record. I just put it on there because that motherfucker look cold. Fucking, man, I'll never forget. I didn't believe Dale Earnhardt died. When I saw the accident, I was like, he ain't dead. That was the beginning of, what's that shit called? The Hans device? Is that what that shit called? Lisa was happening? Like, the crash that killed Dale Earnhardt, of all the fucking race car crashes I've ever seen in my life, still to this day, I can't believe that crash killed him. It was just, that's one of those where I just truly felt like it was without question meant to be. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Here's the question, and this is, this is just a question. I would never be disrespectful like that. Does Dale Earnhardt Jr. get as big as he got if his daddy don't pass? Like, while I've seen race shit, I don't know NASCAR like I know basketball, so I couldn't speak on it like I probably could if it was hoops. The Intimidator, nigga. You know you was a scary nigga when you were in your race car and they called you the Intimidator. R.I.P. Dale. The damn signature mustache. Okay. That's definitely believable. Yep. I lived through when wrestling became woke. When did wrestling become woke? Easy. When they let Danica Patrick drive. And that wasn't NASCAR. But that was just racing in general. Oh, that's cool, Conscious. A crazy nostalgia stream, all connected with Jordan. Because that's all I could think. Is just like, I feel the way I feel because I just grew up in a different era, and it's not because I grew up in the era where Michael Jordan was. Yeah, I do believe there's a lot of idolatry when it comes to Michael Jordan, but that's not me. I don't practice idolatry. Uh, I never, and for the record, I wasn't implying that Danica can't drive. She wasn't a good IndyCar driver. I wasn't implying that at all. I just know that her era, like, they were one of the first to get that woke shit. And dudes didn't even really know how to approach it. Me, I'd have never had question. Cool, she can race, kick her ass every chance I get. I think she pulled the shit off because she was soft on the eyes. I didn't find her hot like that, but a lot of niggas found her hot. And I think that's what, and that's not saying she can't drive, but I think that's what helped the quote unquote transition of it. Because remember, she started doing them GoDaddy commercials. GoDaddy. That was the beginning of the change too. GoDaddy commercials. That was the biggest commercial you could expect for the fucking Super Bowl. They were paid, bro. They was paying all types. Remember the one year they did this shit with Candace Michelle? Candace Michelle was the first bitch that basically she was always trying to leave wrestling. That bitch did Playboy, everything. She was like, I will show these titties to get this bread. Come on with it. The Super Bowl commercials were terrible this year. You said Danica raced under Stewart? Oh, that's crazy. See, me, like I said, I was I was a sports center kid. So I knew everybody from every sport, and I knew enough about it. And then, like, if I saw certain shit on, I would watch it or whatever. But yeah, but it's too much access to sports to the point where Sports Center don't matter. And I don't watch the shit because Sports Center used to be an unbiased reporting of sports, and it's anything but that now. Yeah, her personality was terrible. I'll say was because I don't know what it's like now, but her personality was terrible. Did y'all hear that Kevin Durant got? All right, first of all, did you ever hear that Kevin Durant got caught with a burner phone years ago? 1 for yes, 2 for no. And what I mean by a burner, like this nigga had a fake Twitter account. Like he's so addicted to social media that instead of just not saying shit on social media, this nigga has a fake social media account. Okay. The nigga got exposed before. He got caught again. And this shit bad. This nigga was talking shit about Steph Curry. He was talking shit about his teammates when he was in Phoenix. He talking about his teammates now. Like, he's such a fucking child. This is why I tell you niggas you need to get married. You know one reason you need to get married, fellas? On some real shit. So you can say all this shit to your bitch. So you can pull your girl, your wife, your honey, your sweetheart. You can say all this shit to her. So you just get it out. But see, you ain't got no, Kevin Durant ain't got no girl. He ain't got no wife. He a fucking weak ass mama's boy. He ain't man enough to say none of this shit on his own Twitter, which he shouldn't be doing anyway. He gets another Twitter so he can put it out in the air anyway. And then some people eventually find out it's him. This nigga was harassing this nigga that know Kendrick Lamar for Drake. Like some weird ass shit. This shit Kevin Durant been weird, bro. Some DMs and shit have come out. All types of shit, man. Because Kevin Durant was bullying this nigga in the DMs, and I guess he didn't know. I guess because the niggas plugged like Kendrick Lamar, right? So if you plug to Kendrick Lamar, finding out who runs a Twitter account and all this type of shit is easier than you would think. You can find somebody on Fiverr to do this for you. Yeah, you gotta be able to pillow talk with your girl. I know a nigga be, man, you ain't supposed to pillow talk. No, you ain't supposed to pillow talk with no bitch you ain't married to. When you married to her, there's literally laws in place where pillow talk stay pillow talk. Like your wife can't testify against you in court unless they can't make her. Like she has whatever. Y'all got privilege like that. But you need to be able to get that shit off with your girl. But Kevin, the shit he was saying, hold on, let me see if I can find the shit he was saying, bro. Because I still can't even believe this nigga. I'm like, what is, this nigga's a fucking dunce, man. All right, we'll try you out, buddy. Hey, nigga, you better be good because we trying you out. Hey, hit that like button. Man, it's been good to chill with everybody on President's Day. Hopefully you niggas ain't at work, but I know some of you are. Because they said if you care about President's Day, then give me $1. But it's okay. Leather jacket. Excuse us.
The KD files have just been released because someone may have just exposed his burner account on Twitter. A couple of DMs were released in which this person was saying that Kevin Durant's burner wrote these messages from the name Get Off My Dickerson. And now
Coach called that play to pass to Alpi, which is Alperen Sengun. I'm gonna turn the ball over with this shitty ass team. I don't give a fuck. Your franchise player can't shoot or defend. That's a way bigger issue than my turnovers. Remember, these guys are your future. This nigga talking shit about this nigga done got exposed talking shit. You supposed to be at the house with your bitch talking shit about your teammates, nigga. Yo, bitch. TK 3-time in the cup one time.
not only was KD shitting on his former teammates, but his current teammates as well. So-called Kevin Durant said coach called that play to pass to Alpi Lul. I'ma turn the ball over with the shitty-ass team. I don't give a F. Your franchise player can't shoot or defend. That's a way bigger issue than my turnovers. Remember, these guys are your future. He added, I can't trust Jabari to make...
I can't trust Jabari to make a fucking shot or get a stop, nigga. Nigga, it's him too. This is the trap that every team falls into with Kevin Durant, especially as he gets older. As a Rockets fan, you should be mad at him, and I'm gonna tell you why. He's right. He's right. Alperen got to work on his jump shot. I don't think he's that bad of a defender because KD ain't locked the motherfucker down since he left Oakland. All of these niggas is young though. Sengun is young. Amen Thompson is young, and these niggas can go. Jabari Thompson is young, and these niggas can go. This shit your fault, Durant. Every team brings him in thinking he gonna lead, and he ain't no fucking leader. That's what everybody finds out. So you got the season 2-time finals MVP on y'all team, and he just looking at the young niggas going, man, this supposed to be the future. These niggas ain't, and it ain't like they bums. Them three niggas is not bums. Do they got shit they gotta work on? Yes. But KD just stand off to the side like, man, these young niggas ain't about shit. Nigga, help them. You want A-Man? You crazy than a motherfucker, bro. A-Man's playing out of position right now because of Van Vliet. Like, you got it. That A-Man Thompson shit, I'll let you get Jabari off, even though I think y'all being a little hard on Jabari. You can have it, Jabari. A man Thompson, you got to cut that foolishness out. First of all, any nigga whose middle name is LNC, I'm gonna fuck with it. True story. A man Thompson's middle name is XLNC for excellency, but it's spelled LNC. So I will not be giving up on the kid yet, unfortunately. I am biased that way. But nah. Who you should want off, like, who y'all should want off the team, and I'm gonna be serious. This is straight seriousness. Y'all should want Kevin Durant off the team. Y'all not gonna win no title with him. This shit, I already said the shit, but these messages should prove it, because he's already given up. He already like, fuck these niggas. Already. He ain't even been here long enough. He already like, fuck them niggas. So y'all need that toxicity out, because ain't no way I'm getting rid of Şengün, Thompson, or Jabari because Kevin Durant said so. No, nigga, you can leave. That's why Phoenix said, bye, nigga. We wish Bradley Beal was better and shit, but he ain't. But we not getting ready to blow up all these young niggas for you. You old, nigga. I get why people thought that KD could have pushed him over the top. No, this is why Fred Van Vliet's injury was so underplayed by everybody. He's the true leader of the team. He was the nigga that was going to get the young niggas right. Then he out, and then they done moved Amen Thompson to point guard, which he's been impressive. Better than I expected. I do too. Y'all 100% gave up on. If y'all had kept Jalen Green, that core, people underestimate, because 90s basketball was different. Remember 90s, cores stayed together way more. This shit where you got a core 1 year and it be different. Nah, you changed a player or two, but the core basically stayed the same for every team. If y'all would have kept that core of Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, all that shit, and let them mature together, we talking 3 years from now, them niggas low-key be unstoppable, like an unstoppable starting lineup. These motherfuckers are young as shit. Şengün just got drafted in 22 or 21. Like 4 years in the league is not a lot, especially as young as they get drafted now. Now, Jabari, he's different. Here's why I'm okay with you saying fuck Jabari. I heard Jabari say one thing that I found extremely troubling. Let me see if I can find it. This was troubling.
See people talking about it. It's like, play harder. And it's just like, why?
That's when I was done with that nigga. I hadn't really seen nothing on the court, but I know this is his mentality. No.
So when I see people talking about it, it's like, play harder. And it's just like, why?
I hear people talking about play harder, and it's just like, why? Nope. I can't play with you. I don't even want to try to understand your thinking. Just know that we ain't the same.
Take an effing shot or get a stop. He low-key. He's also written, I swear I miss Ben Simmons. At least that blank would
nigga
give me the ball. He also called Devin Booker and Vogel two dictators.
Now, I could tell that him and motherfucking Devin Booker didn't get along. Now, I don't know Devin Booker like that or anything like that, but Devin Booker do come across as a fucking asshole.
What the hell did you just say?
Stalin and Hitler, Mussolini and Kim Jong-un. The Suns are my team when we lose and Book's team when we win. And KD.
The nigga Kevin Durant said he missed Ben Simmons, bro. He can't be trusted. See, because KD, he emphasizes with Ben Simmons. If you really ask KD will tell you it's the league's fault for not getting Ben Simmons in a place. Like, no. That's why NBA sucks now, is because these niggas don't want to be great. These niggas want the bag. Even though they richer than ever, they still are forever chasing more and more money. Just ridiculous, bro.
Knows he's cooked. Just look how upset he looks at the All-Star game today. Not only that, but he's been on his phone this entire time. Any video you see of Kevin Durant today, he's on his...
Like, no bullshit. When all this shit busted out, people started noticing that All-Star weekend, he was on his phone like the whole time. I saw him in the warm-up line on his fucking phone. Kevin Durant is his generation, him and like the LeBron generation, we get to see the negative effects of growing up with social media. Because they are some of the first ones where there wasn't caution in the wind. Like, because it was weird when we started hearing about people killing themselves or whatnot from things said about them online. Like, it's not foreign concept now, but it was then. And Kevin Durant and them, like, they were the first ones to grow up in the iPhone era. And you can see the just total negative effects of it. They can't, this nigga plays in the NBA. He has won NBA championships. And he is all up in arms about what's happening on his phone, whatever it is. Because you know it ain't no emergency. Because if it was like a real emergency, he wouldn't be, it's the All-Star game. He wouldn't even be dressed.
His phone, whether he's walking to the building, walking out onto the court.
Look, this nigga on the court, on the phone.
Walking in the hallways, even walking on the basketball court, he's on his phone.
So, I gotta be honest. If you got a problem with your young fellas, you gotta look at Kevin Durant first. Kevin Durant is that girl that wants, that isn't qualified for it. She had a good man before, a good man that gave her everything. Championships, vacations, the whole nine. And you left for no fucking reason. And then every fucking man after that man that you're the one that you fucked it up with and left, every man after that has to measure up to that man or they ain't shit. That's Kevin Durant. You know how many championships this nigga would have if he just fucking stopped being a fucking crybaby? Man, Draymond said something mean to me. Well, you sound like a bitch. Kevin Durant would have at least 4 championships. This nigga Kevin Durant really was just like, shit, can't no. And you know how stupid he felt when we won that motherfucker without him? I don't give a fuck with no. You can say what you want. That nigga was praying the Warriors would not win that final. And they won it, nigga. He know he felt stupid. This weak ass nigga, him and LeBron so fucking weak. Kevin Durant. No, back in the day when teammates had that shit, you know what happened? They go in the locker room and fucking throw hands, nigga. This nigga Kevin Durant quit. Oh, well, I want to leave. What? Nigga, we winning everything. Okay. LeBron did the same shit. LeBron could have won. What's he got? 4 championships? Nigga, he could have been up to, they could have really won 5, 6, 7, 8. They should have won that first one. They would have had the 3-peat. Then because they lost, they literally had the team to bounce right back. That nigga ran home, did some rigging shit, and got Kyrie and Kevin Love. Miami was befuddled. That's why Pat Riley did that fucking press conference basically calling LeBron a bitch for leaving. It was like, What are you leaving for? So we got into it. Like, Kevin Durant did the same thing. He was like, we out of here. I felt the same way with Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole weak. And I told everybody that shit, and like, bro, Draymond Green sucker punched that nigga. But Jordan, you know you said some shit to him that triggered that shit. And the thing is, you should have got that nigga back. You should have whooped his ass. You should have set up the fade. As somebody who's coached on the professional level, you gotta understand, these niggas throw hands. This is the thing. A lot of these shits is settled with hands because they know ain't nobody getting ready to go. Because it's easy to fight when you know ain't nobody going to get no pistol. You know what I mean? If two NBA players are fighting in the back, nobody's leaving that fight nervous like, man, what if that nigga go get a gun and shoot me because I beat his ass? Yeah, right. That's not happening. That's why when the guns was in the shit with the Gilbert Arenas thing, that's why it was such a big deal. Because they didn't want to tell the people publicly, but them niggas fight. So yeah, if we know that people are fist fighting and shit like that, yeah, we can't really have no firearms involved because we know what that can end up one time. But Jordan Poole ain't played good since he left the Warriors. It's because he mentally weak and he missed playing in Golden State. He wish he was still there. But he can't say that shit because it make him look like a punk. And it's just, even Draymond, where it's like, nigga, get off. Like, y'all niggas is doing podcasts now. Like, Draymond get done out of a playoff game and doing a podcast, and y'all weak ass coaching staff is letting this happen? Ain't no fuck. I don't give a fuck who Draymond is. Get off the phone. Oh shit, Sigma. Sigma was had it. KD is one of. Look, I gotta sit here and watch KD pretend that LeBron James is better than him. This is the type of bitch KD it really is. He will let the world think that LeBron is better than him because he a bitch like that. There is nothing you can name LeBron can do that Kevin Durant can't do, but I can name a bunch of things Kevin Durant can do that LeBron can't do. Let me name you 3. 50, 40, 90. LeBron can't do that. Yeah, right. So when I be hearing this shit about LeBron being this great scorer, he ain't never been no better scorer than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant literally has been a cheat code. And then watch this nigga play the background and then act like such a fucking crybaby bitch and act like everybody owe him. That OKC shit was your fault, Kevin. You was the leader. This shit where they be putting him, he wants the privileges of being a leader, but he never wants the responsibility of leading a nigga to shit. You done got caught on a fucking burner account talking shit about your fucking teammate, talking shit about Steph, talking about when I hold Steph accountable in film, people looking at me crazy. What are you talking about? Yeah, that's why you was like, well, fuck it, I'll leave. Y'all niggas will never win a championship again. Proved you wrong. Sigma in the cup one time. KD ain't squat without Steph, and SGA dogged him when he won his first title with no help. Uh-oh. Nigga, let's not talk about how he was getting, he was getting torched in motherfucking, he got torched when he was playing against motherfucking LeBron in his first final. Then this nigga blew a 3-1 lead against the Warriors, and like the bitch he is, he had to come join us. Obviously, we ain't gonna turn down one of the greatest scorers the NBA has ever seen. But nigga, we whooped your ass and you came and was like, I want some of that. So it was easy for that nigga to snatch out LeBron Hart because he didn't have no pressure when he was playing with us. That's why he played so good with us, because it was the first time he had no pressure, where all the pressure was on somebody. Everybody else said it was somebody else's team like that. But had Steph won them final MVPs, he'd have been mad. He'd have been sneak dissing and talking shit. Steph really don't care. Steph better than that nigga. Always has been. Steph Curry one championship away. Because they getting ready to load up this summer, just so y'all know. We have conceded this season, and the Golden State Warriors getting ready to load up this summer. Because I'm telling you, Steph Curry one championship away from tying Kobe. LeBron, you're not going to get to tie Kobe. Nigga, you really ain't even tied Steph Curry. I don't count that bubble championship. It never will. And if Steph had won the championship, I wouldn't have counted that shit either, just for the record. Since when do we count Summer League basketball as a real championship? LeBron is not going to Golden State. We don't have enough money. we really don't. We don't have enough money. We got Porzingis because his money's coming off the books. I promise you. We probably getting 34. You think we getting 23. We're getting 34. We're getting the alphabet. You know, the Greek freak. Yeah, we getting him. That's why he didn't go nowhere. And that's why we went and got Porzingis, so we can have his money come off. Because now now it will be easier for Jimmy Butler to come back. I didn't understand it because I was like, why not just trade Jimmy Butler? I get it. Jimmy Butler done told them some shit that made them go, all right, well, we can get Porzingis now, move this shit off the books. And then we probably going to have Wardell and Giannis with Jimmy coming back like all-star break, getting ready for the playoffs. And we'll have Giannis, Jimmy, and Draymond being led by Wardell. Well, we don't have LeBron can't come play for us. People that keep saying that shit, y'all don't understand. Stephen Curry does not want to play with LeBron. Because he's trying to get out of his shadow. So ain't no way come on. Because if they do win, what they gonna say? LeBron did it again. Steph Curry's chasing Kobe. Why the fuck would he let LeBron get a free ride to both of them tying Kobe? When right now it's disrespect to say that his 4 championships is anything like Steph's 4 championships, especially when one of them's a fall league and the other one he cheated for. Nigga, you cheated that finals. The 3-1 finals, cheated. Anybody who watched the shit, no, he cheated. This nigga got Draymond suspended. Steph Curry fouls out the next game. Like, don't. Let it go. Stick him in the cup one time. This is the same KD when being criticized with the question during All-Star break. He threw Nikola Jokic and Luka. That shit was crazy. This nigga was like, when we talking about the All-Star game and people not playing hard, why ain't we saying nothing about Joker and Lukic? Or Joker and Lukic. Jokic and Luka. Why ain't we saying nothing about them? Nigga, I couldn't believe he said that shit, bro. I was like, man, what the fuck wrong with this nigga, man? He's such a crybaby.
We know how the All-Star game is uncompetitive, but Kevin...
Old Heads team, do you think the Old Heads will compete and try to win the whole tournament here?
You should ask the Europeans, if the world team, if they're going to compete. I mean, because we look at Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic now. Let's go back and look at what they do in the All-Star game. Is that competition?
They ran a play where Luka and Joker ran down the court without dribbling the ball. They just kept passing it back and forth to each other. And y'all niggas didn't stop that. That was in the All-Star game, Kevin. I saw that shit.
So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're going to question the old heads and the Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game at all. These dudes be laying on the floor, they shoot from half court, but you got to worry about the old heads playing hard. I can read between the lines, bro.
So are you also saying that it's racism? If I'm Luka and I'm Jokic, I'm giving Kevin Durant the blues every time I see this nigga for the rest of his career. Because I already saw that Ant-Man had your ass nigga. Ant-Man and Wemby was hoeing the shit out of y'all niggas. But y'all no defense playing asses. LeBron look old as fuck. I'm glad Curry didn't play. We shutting Curry down. He got runner's knee. We got to be careful with that. He old. We loading up. We one more, Steph. The championship wide open. You got the most people tanking when the championship is wide open. This is the most ridiculous season I've seen in a long time. And then apparently a lot of people are surprised that Logan Paul got away with that shit. First of all, I don't know how real that shit is. Well, let me ask y'all, do y'all really think that Pokemon card sold for $16 million? One for yes, two for no. Like, that's really what's being reported. Because I don't think that card has really been sold. I think that the whole scheme was making money off of the hype of it. The views on the videos, the views on the tweets. The nigga that auctioned the shit off literally has a show on Netflix about him doing these things, including an episode where Logan Paul was on there where they were negotiating whether or not he was going to let him sell it. Like, it's been ruse activity from the beginning. We'll never see who. I can't wait to see who actually bought it. I want to see them with it. They just created the market on something, on a card that a lot of people that have seen it looks like it's inaccurate. But you know, it's one card they playing this with. You notice he ain't got no spread of shit. Normally when you have a piece like that, you're supposed to have some type of spread of shit. He has nothing and never will. Like ever, KS. So you got to remember, people like Logan Paul are signed to what I like to call 360 deals, the new 360 deal. Logan Paul himself is an entity that's being used by shady people. So, and people haven't caught on to this yet, or haven't caught on to this yet, because he keeps being involved in scams, right? But what are these scams? These are some like big ass scams that he's not smart enough to do on his own. We got a Pokemon card that people question the quality, the grading, everything. We supposed to believe that he don't know shit about. If you've ever watched him really talk about these card stuff, he don't know. Logan don't know shit. Don't know shit. Prime. You find out Prime got all these bullshit chemicals and shit in it that's bad for your kids. Do you think that Logan Paul had anything to do with that? Crypto Zoo. It was a crypto project with all this shit. You think Logan Paul has something to do with that? You think he's smart enough to have scam people like this? No, he's just the face that people use to fucking scam with the products. Like Lunchley. He signed to a deal where he has to peddle all shit. That's why every time it goes left and he gets caught, you can't really pin shit to him. And then he gets to go, man, I was in business with these people and I didn't know that that's what they were doing. Because they don't tell him the inner workings. They pay him to go run out there. And then in some cases, they just make him. It's the same shit they did with motherfucking, they groomed y'all with Haktua. They groomed her because you found out that the niggas behind the crypto shit linked up with her basically right when she went viral. And instead of just having her when she went viral come out and tell y'all to buy this crypto coin, they for a year groomed y'all all the way up to having Mark Cuban on there talking about her starting the crypto and him buying some of it. Then right after that peak, rug pull happened. Then after the rug pull happened, or is she getting all these same celebrities and shit she was getting? No, because they don't need her anymore. So she left holding the bag. Her reputation and everything's fucking ruined now. And the people that did the crypto scam, they off in the win. It's the same shit. Every scam with Logan Paul, the people at the heart of the scam ran away with it. Because we in this era where we just like to blame everything on the pitch man instead of just realizing that the pitch man himself is just a shameless scammer that'll take a check for any fucking thing and say anything that he's paid to say. Yeah, I heard that shit too, KS. And that's what they do now. They link up with this same thing with Mr. Beast. Everybody think Mr. Beast. No, Mr. Beast is a character that is perceived to be rich. No, he is ran by entities behind him, including entities like YouTube who have interest in that nigga. How does he make his money? He don't even have time. He's always just giving it away. Always do some dangerous shit. Then you always hear how the process goes, and then you hear how fucked up the shit is, and then everybody be like, damn, it's fucked up Mr. Beast treats everybody like this. It's like, no, the people running the shit are treating y'all like that. That's why the Ellen DeGeneres shit was a big deal, because it was rare that somebody actually was caught being mean to their people instead of like really the entities themselves. Same thing with Steve Harvey. But like Logan Paul ain't got the smarts to run a crypto scam. Because I think the main reason that, because you know Logan Paul got that shit with CoffeeZilla, and CoffeeZilla, you know, they want to try to get what he said in the deposition, want to be able to have that released. And I think it's more or less about Logan Paul worried about being embarrassed than it is that he probably said something against some niggas he shouldn't have said. He don't want it to come out because he don't want certain people to hear that he may have like kind of broke a little bit or slipped up and said some shit he shouldn't have said. Because one thing with Logan Paul, he don't care about embarrassment. He don't care about being booed, none of that shit. And he's quick to play arrogant 1 second, and then the next second he'll play like, you know, I've learned my lesson. I won't do it again. You know, he'll play that type of shit. I mean, we learned this with Diddy. I always bring up the Diddy Ciroc shit because that was the first time when I realized that the game has changed, and that's what they do now. They get pseudo-famous people and then make it seem like they have more money than ever or more influence, power, and they own this certain brand and all of this shit. Because people be like, they like to buy brands that they feel are owned by celebrities. People think that all that Fenty X shit is really Rihanna. I guarantee you Rihanna's just the face. but they learn because I mean, all you got to do, especially if you one of them big wig niggas, all you got to do is put your ego out of the way, which a lot of them can put that part of their ego out of the way because they don't want to be on TV like that. No way, they don't want y'all to know who they are. So they be like, yeah, you could be the spokesperson, but your role as the spokesperson is you're the owner. Because we not going to sue you. Because we told you to say it. Every country music singer's bar on Music Row in Nashville is owned by a company. Exactly. Just like when you sit here and motherfuckers like Meg Thee Stallion and open up herself another Popeyes chicken. If you think she owns them Popeyes, you are fucking stupid. They just know that if y'all think that she owns it, more of y'all will go. You know who was one of the first ones to do that? Dave Thomas. Niggas would be watching them Wendy's commercials, sitting here thinking that Dave Thomas still owned all them fucking Wendy's. Even though they put founder on the screen. But you feel more in touch when you feel like you can reach out and kind of touch the owner in any type of way. So what do you think? What do you think is better for business? If we open up a Popeyes chicken or if we open up this Popeyes chicken owned by Meg Thee Stallion and have her there cutting a ribbon and all this shit, wouldn't that drive more business to that motherfucker? It's at least initially, right? Jennifer, what's happening? When it comes to marketing, they always got to come up with new shit because once you figure out their marketing tricks, it'll plateau. Like, so they'll be switching out of this whole fake ownership shit. I mean, Raycon, they got y'all really believing that, you know, Ray J really went and made some headphones and designed and went through all this process. Nah, he just drop shipped some headphones and put his name on it, and y'all believed this story he gave y'all about it. And then they went and did what they do. They pay every YouTuber that's desperate for any type of sponsorship, that'll take any type of sponsorship. Bro, when I see a bunch of niggas doing promo for a company on YouTube, I do my best to try to find an alternative for whatever the service is if it's something I want. Because when you spending that much money trying to get YouTubers to talk about your shit, that lets me know that you don't believe in just letting your shit talk for itself. Now, there are some YouTube things that end up being cool, but the bulk of the shit, no. Fuck no. Mahomes and Kelsey own a steakhouse in KC that is getting terrible reviews. Exactly. Like, sure they do. They paid. They got paid a price to put their name on that restaurant. Are they also indestructible? No. I wish they were like them glasses. I don't care. It's a sneaky tactic. But me personally, I would never want to do that shit because, like, that's a gamble you take. Like, I understand they may offer you a big-ass check for that, but you taking a gamble because if that shit sucks, your personal reputation going to take a hit. Yeah, when I see you Kendra, when I pay attention to you having a real heavy advertising marketing run and your product ain't really that known to me, man, my antennas go up. My fucking antennas go up. Because my family, the way I grew up was you start at the low tier, right? And then you go up until you find comfortable. So while we might go to the dollar store to get some certain things, like, because the lower tier is fine for that. But then you would have to raise on certain tiers and stuff. So yeah, like, I definitely know, like, I've always been able to, you know, go to the dollar store and all these things because price is not always reflective of quality. And just because you see a bunch of commercials or something doesn't mean that it's good, because they paid to show them commercials. But like when it comes to YouTube commercials, when it's a bunch, it's like, man, I saw somebody that I really fuck with, right? And they were just talking, right? And it's this motherfucker that I go to for like give in-depth breakdowns of stories and shit, right? Of situations, really from a real technical standpoint, right? And I like this kid, right? Let me see if I can find it so y'all can see. I want y'all to see it yourself. I want you to see this yourself. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I want you to hear his sponsorship. And I want you to hear how I was not prepared for it, okay? I'm gonna see if it catch you off guard like it caught me off guard.
Implication.
All right. This is when I was like, in-video YouTube ads are getting out of hand. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Then, well, Ed could be facing not just social implications, but also possible legal implications, because some of the things that this man's been accused of recently are very, very serious, and I want to go through this all today. There is a lot to get through, because somehow in 2026, this man's career and life in general just seems to keep getting worse and worse. But before we get into any of that, I just want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Bellesa, who I have worked with multiple times at this point, and that comes down to the fact that I know Bellesa make great products for you. Now, if you somehow don't know, Bellesa is a company by women for women who make premium products just designed to honestly make your life.
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness, let's go to the abyss, nigga! I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know? And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, we're not talking about Surfshark VPN. Hold on. And you would think it's just like a quick 15-second joint.
life a little bit easier, but also to feel positive in using these products and feeling no shame whatsoever. And yes, of course, I am not a woman, but I've worked with Balesa multiple times. I have read the reviews. I've, gotten insight from other individuals. I know that Balesa makes some fantastic products, such as the Balesa Pebble, which is a fantastic product designed to ergonomically fit into my hands, but also there are no annoying pattern modes. It's also waterproof, and suction and vibration are controlled independently. But of course, being discreet is important to a lot of people out there, and the casing that this comes in is discreet. In general, the whole design of the...
Just so you further understand, you see this type of shit right here? This is what its content's like. It's like, oh, we make all these connections through evidence, all this shit. I wasn't prepared for iNabber to go here.
Product is very discreet, but if that's not your pick, Balesa do plenty more products, such as the Balesa Thump, which is a toy that basically does it all: vibration, sucks, and...
Not only by women, for women, marketed by a man, it's marketed by a man who seems like he don't get no pussy.
Thumbs, it's waterproof, USB chargeable, and it's made from premium silicone material. And again, it comes with that discreet casing and also just in general a very discreet design. But there's also the Balesa Air Vibe, which...
Fellas, this is what y'all up against now? Damn. Nigga, they trying to tear the meat off the vagina, bro. This is the longest sex toy commercial in a YouTube video I ever saw in my life. I was sitting there like, if Christy walk in here, she gonna be like, what the fuck are you in here watching? It's just like that, TK. Y'all niggas will do anything for a check, bro. You niggas will sell sex toys in y'all videos for a check. Wow.
Which has dual stimulation, comes in discreet casing, it's USB rechargeable, it's made out of premium silicone material, and in...
Deanna said, hey, can you keep it paused till I get back?
General, once again, just like all of the other products I've shown you, it is just in general a fantastic product. And right now, everyone who signs up to my giveaway will receive a free Rose suction toy.
A Rose suction toy? Oh no! Nah. We're not doing this. You ain't never got to worry about if I'm selling out like this. Me and Jesus will figure it out.
With their order. So click on the link in the description and you will get a free Rose suction toy with your order. In my opinion, it's a fantastic deal. And as I said multiple times, Balesa are a fantastic company and I could not speak higher of them. And yeah, a big thank you to Balesa for sponsoring this video. And to start...
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. And then I'm supposed to go back into this serious documentary video of his. I promise you, I basically ended the video like after that. I couldn't take the video serious no more. I couldn't take this motherfucker serious no more, man. I was like, now we've jumped the shark when it comes to YouTube in video ads. You got a nerdy ass nigga that look like he afraid to talk to girls selling sex toys. Wild world we live in. I like his 3-hour joints. Because the reason why is because a lot of people you talk about, I don't have no idea. And that's how I learn. Because I'm like, it must be important. They must be big enough online. There's 3 hours worth of shit about them. And these niggas will tell basically 2 years of these niggas all they streams in 3 years or in 3 hours. Big, what up though? JoJo Siwa 3 hours is a bit much. JoJo Siwa did a lot of shit though. Football used to get her bowls. I think that was like the only or first and only thing that football ever got from online. No, I think she's gotten a couple of YouTuber t-shirts. Who? The Try Guy. Who's the Try Guy? You ain't talking about LA Try Guy, are you? This nigga selling sex toys, bro. I was done. If I had told you, you wouldn't have believed me. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, that's Ned Fulmer's name? Yeah, I got to like the part where that nigga was like, it was some fucked up shit where this nigga barely was on. I gotta go back and finish watching iNaver shit because I watched some other shit about him before. He give me, look, I don't say this to be funny. I don't say stuff like this lightly. He give me serial killer vibes. I think that's what the kids call it. Like, for sure. Like, when he was on that podcast trying to get her to, like, basically just say what he wanted her to say and she just wouldn't do it. That shit had me rolling. Guess I'm going to get ready to get up out of here so I can get ready for wrestling. And we'll be back after wrestling. Wrestling go off at what, like 9:30-ish? So expect me back like 10:30-ish. Oh, I can't watch JoJo Siwa. But I can watch, the stories I can watch. The documentaries, learning, I can watch. Hit that motherfucking like button. Hit the links. As we climb closer to the goal, we will be back on the main channel in 1 week. (9:30 Central). So yeah, so I should be back here at 10:30 Central. So shout out Replay Gang, but Replay Gang, you probably ain't gonna make it to this point, cause I'll probably be on another one by the time you be ready for it. Way too jolly. Like, nigga, turn some of that down. Say peace to your boy. Oh, it's gonna be fun tonight. Now I get to go talk this wrestler because I'm wrestling. Y'all should aim to see me 6:15 the latest. I'm probably gonna be on 6. I'm getting off of here, grabbing a bite to eat, coming straight to wrestling. Because we got to talk this ticket fiasco, and we'll get a live look in of what the tickets look like currently. KS Dub, TK 3-time, Big, Kendra, Napa, Scott Johnson, Jackie. Shout out to all my folks up north. Shout out to Joy, Deanna, Lisa, GB. Napa. Napa, you gonna have to unretire that jacket. It might be time to unretire that motherfucker. You can start the wave. God bless indeed. God bless you as well, GB. Shay hungry though, so I'm gonna go handle that. But then again, I am probably lying. Man, I gotta do this motherfucking NBA Jam shit too. But work first. Work first. Jordan didn't do shit to that kid, bro. I know I took a weird way around all of that today, but that shit mattered to me for it to be talked about in that way, because I really feel like I'm in a place where I feel like it's a disconnect between the generations, because y'all getting soft as fuck. Since I don't really understand how to explain it to y'all in a way that you would understand, Finesse 2 times, will you explain it to them for me, please?
Do you think I give a fuck? Huh? Man, I slapped that bitch to the floor. That whole dead wrong. It's just that simple, man. You don't go to the internet and talk about your folk like that because you ain't got no motherfucking in me hustle. Get up off your ass. Sell some ass. Sell some dick. Go to your nearest street, every motherfucking city. I don't give a fuck how big, how small it is. It got a motherfucking truck stop. And they got something called lot lizards. Become one.
Clee, we out of here.
Lane, Michael Jordan has made his way here. Sir, we talked before the race. 4 horses in it. You are a Daytona 500 champion. How does that sound?
I can't even believe it. Yeah, I mean, it was so gratifying. I mean, we had 4 guys that were really fighting, that was helping each other out. I mean, you never know how these races going to end, right? It's like you just try to survive. And, you know, I thought Riley did an unbelievable job by pushing at the end. You know, that shows you what teamwork can really, really do. I mean, he doesn't get enough credit. He won't get enough credit, but we feel the love. We understand exactly what he did. And I mean, we just hung in there all day. I mean, it was great strategy by the team, and we gave ourselves a chance at the end. And look, I'm ecstatic. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It feels like I won a championship, but until I get my ring, I won't even know.
All right, what size ring do you wear? Did you tell me?
Size 13. Size 13.
Hey, happy early birthday.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it.
God is great. Shout out to the GOAT.
Yo, what's going on, boys? How are you?
Yo, dap me up.
Hey, all right, damn. What part of the city are you from?
Yo,
what's up?
there, brother.
Hey,
yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
Take this.
Oh, all right, sick. Why don't you guys come inside? Don't ski. These are the guys.
I'm Octavius Gray.
The mic was blowed. Yeah, that motherfucker smoked them super expensive cigars.
Okay, I vape in here, right?
48-year-old scotch. Damn, that nigga be winning. Jordan, you better have your life right with God. That's all I hope.
Set the mood right. Pick you up, baby, I'm looking so fly. Sunset rooftop, yeah, that's nice, right? Hop in a G-class.
S. Clark, we back at 10:30 tonight. See you tonight.
Is this attraction, or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see what I can be for you. What I can be for you. What I can be for you.
Barely.
Finding you was like a treasure, making my heart feel this way, yeah, yeah. And I'll treat you so damn special. What you did, who you were with, I don't care about those days. When I'm with you, I won't complain. Share your success and heartbreaks. Yeah, you know I stay by your side. Never leave you dissatisfied. But I need you to let me know. Is this attraction? Or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken. And I just want you to see what I can be for you. 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 What I can be for you.
You better hit that damn like button, fool. Man, I feel like Shay circa 2019 today. Go back to the gym tomorrow. Been getting in some good sweats. Really good. I'm so thankful to be back in the YMCA, bro. And not the gay one.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
Crushed it. God is great. See y'all tonight.
I'm a fucking bitch.
Guys, I gotta go.
You got it,
I don't want to hurt myself.
You got a pee?
It's all right.
No,
You got it, Jess.
you gotta go, girl.
Let go.
I don't even want to fall.
Turn to the side.
You're okay.
You
Just
good.
land right on that booty, girl. Just put your legs out
Turn
and
to the
pull on
side.
your booty.
Jess, you're amazing. You got it. You got it. You got it. Turn to the side. Just let go and turn. Like you're laying in bed.
Yep. Like you're jumping onto your bed on your side.
Just let go and turn to the side. Shut your eyes.
You got it, my love.
Just turn to the side.
You're okay. Careful.
I've never even heard of him.
I'm petty.